Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, November 21st. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 68 in hour one of today's show. We'll take a first look at the matchup with LSU versus Vanderbilt, and we'll talk about Taysom Hill's latest award. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? It is Thursday. We're right here on the edge of another football weekend. T-Bob, Jake, Jordan, and Taylor hanging out with you today. Alondra is still at the SEMAs, which the SEMAs are in Nashville, correct? Right? No? Am I wrong?
I think she's in Texas, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought they were in Nashville.
I mean, she said she saw Diego Pavia.
Yeah, she's
well, then
in
it
And
probably
asked him
is,
to
dude.
take it easy on us.
I'm probably wrong.
Okay, I was going to say, because she texted the group last night. She saw Diego Pavia, asked him to take it easy on us this weekend, and he said no.
I was so tired when
What
I
an
read that
a-hole.
text. I thought Jake sent that text.
Jake just saw Diego Pavia in Baton
No,
Rouge.
I didn't know if maybe he interviewed him on this show. Or
Oh,
something.
that's true. That's true. That
I literally read it and was like,
that
"Oh,
makes
Jake
sense.
interviewed Diego."
Speaking of Diego, he's so it's Vanderbilt. Well, before we get this thing started, how's everyone doing today? Jake, bit of adversity for you to start the day here.
Not for me.
Taylor spilt your coffee.
He did.
Unbelievable.
Accidents,
believable.
Accidents do happen, but also if he would have had the microphone set up on time, that
Wow.
accident wouldn't have
It's true.
happened. So.
It technically would
Wow.
have been on time, but yeah.
Wow,
It's true.
unreal.
The good news is
A2
it wasn't.
Tay.
The good news is it wasn't a half-gallon milk jug like the time T-Bob spilled his coffee. It wasn't that much.
He's
so we
trying
got
to
to clean
deflect
up.
on you.
Yeah,
now.
he's deflecting.
Wow.
No, we both did it.
I
even
watched
said,
a
"T-Bob, I'll pull
random.
you."
I watched the first episode of One Piece randomly the other night for no reason whatsoever, and all I'm going to say is I'm rubber and you're glue, Taylor. So whatever you say, bounce off me and sticks to you. Jordan, I can see you get very excited when I mention One Piece.
Yeah, it's one of my
Supposed to be one of the all-time great animes.
it's one of the all-time greats. I'm not going to sit there and be like my cousin who's all caught up. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
a million.
it's
like
over 1,000
yeah,
episodes.
So no, but I thoroughly enjoy that.
I just wanted to see one to see what it's about. But the
Yeah.
reason being, I saw something the other day. They are making the One Piece, which is just a retelling of the same story, but with updated animation and better pacing.
Yeah,
They're going to try to, I think, move the story along, maybe get
it's
rid of
super
some of the
slow.
filler.
super slow.
Filler's that's an anime staple many times.
Yeah.
But how you doing today, Jordan? What's up, man? How Pelicans had you fired up? I heard you yelling throughout the office this
I was
morning.
like hiding under the desk, scared this morning.
Well, it makes sense. You should be, because he was expressing a lot of the same sentiments that we were talking about.
Well, I mean, so last couple of days I've been having I have migraines occasionally, right?
Oh, God, that
So-
sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I've been having to deal with that. Plus, on top of the Pelicans, it's just like, dude, just take a knife and just end me already. 'Cause it makes it worse because even when you feel bad, you still gotta it's like watching like the Bad News Bears, man. It's like there's no good.
Well, except the Bad News Bears were good, right?
Yeah, you know, so
like
we're
there
not
were
even that.
versions. There were
Yeah.
versions of this Pelicans team that I have called the Bad News Birds, right, or the Island of Misfit Boys.
We're not
But
even that.
they were fun. They were cast-offs that
No.
were finding some success,
Yeah.
making the playoffs, having some fun. This is it's actually it's getting into Anchorman territory where I'm not even mad. I'm actually impressed at how low they've managed to go.
T-Bob, I'll do you one better. So this is my first year really having to cover them, right? So I do a podcast, The Pelican Scoop, on YouTube, Pelican Scoop, shameless plug. So I have to cover these guys, and it's like every video since game one has been negative. Like I can't
What
even.
are you supposed to do, dude?
Exactly.
Well, and the
Negative.
problem is it's not even an interesting negative.
No, it's like I'm coming on there. We got a Hey, guys, I literally said in the video today, I'm like, guys, I don't know what else y'all want me to say. We're not even doing X's and O's at this point. They just stink. It don't matter. CJ can come back. CJ and Hawkins come back next week. That don't matter. Season's over with. You're in the West. You're 4-12.
Yep.
It's over with, dog. It's signed, sealed, and delivered.
Another year where the Pelicans season is basically over as it began. I've seen it so often over the past decade. It's unbelievable, dude. I'll never forget when they started. Was it 1-11? Now they ended up, I think, getting a bit frisky that year, but still, we've seen it too many times.
Too many times.
I've seen enough.
Heads need to roll.
I've seen enough.
Let's get the show
are we
started.
live on YouTube right now? I like where your instincts are, but relax.
We are.
We are? Why can't I find it?
I'm reading the comments as we speak.
Yeah, we're live.
There we go. Jake, how you feeling? Besides the spilled coffee.
I'm good. You got Memphis has Pioneer Day later on this morning, so excited
Pioneer
about that.
Day.
Yeah.
Oh, Frontier, huh?
Yeah, so we got him all ready to go and got his outfit all picked out, and he's got to do a dance. They got to sing some songs. So excited to see that.
Go make some candles and whatnot. Let's do a Renfest.
You going back to Renfest this weekend? I know you said you wanted a redo.
I do want to redo, but I realistically don't think it's going to happen.
I actually am going this weekend.
Nice, and I'm definitely not going to go.
See, there you go.
When are you going?
I believe it's Sunday.
Okay. I mean, if I was going to go for a day, it would be then. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to end up doing, but I am going to bring the kids to the football game for part of the first half on Saturday. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Going to have a little quad bob out there on the field for the first time. All right. Well, it sounds good. Everybody's doing great. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor Staffing provides reliable local staffing solutions for you. Shortest waiting period in the industry, Tiger Labor Staffing makes it easy to transfer top talent onto your payroll quickly. At Tiger Labor, we personally vet your workforce of all your staffing needs, whether those are short or long-term. And remember, we're not just forwarding resumes to you, but we're interviewing and dispatching in person every single morning at 5 a.m. Shout out Tiger Labor and Staffing. Also, I'm going to the Zydeco game tomorrow, so that's going to be a ton of fun. All right, let's talk a little bit about this Vanderbilt team. And I'll say this, Jake. Speaking of the Pelicans, there are many times where, or there's not many times, but there was a very clear time, and I know I've told this story, so I apologize, but I'll tie it in. But there was a time when, I've always looked at like Browns fans, Jets fans, any consistently sad franchise, and I've always kind of been like, what in the hell, dude? Like, how do you continue to cheer for that team? How do you put an emotion and time into that team? And then at one point, during the middle of the game, watching another fourth quarter collapse, I just woke up and I was like, oh, wait, it's me. Like, I do that. I didn't realize I do it, but here I am. I do that. I had a similar feeling this morning when I'm like, okay, let's do like a statistical overview of Vanderbilt and just see where they rank in the SEC and a bunch of different, your kind of traditional stats. And I'll be damned. I know people will not agree with this. They'll point to talent, like recruiting rankings. They'll point to all this sort of stuff. But it is shocking at how similar Vanderbilt and LSU are on paper. Both are 6-4 in nearly every category, offensively and defensively. Both are right next to each other. It is, including a lot of the most important third down, opponent third down, turnover, like all it's a penalty. It's crazy. And sure, LSU has advantages in some areas, and Vanderbilt's ahead of you in others. But I know this is a game where we are thinking that LSU should be good. They're way better. I understand all of that. Like, you're at home. But I was a bit taken aback at just how like if you were an alien coming to this game and I put the data in front of you and you knew nothing about the brands or the history, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's gonna be a really good game. That's gonna be a tough battle between a couple of like okay teams, good teams. Which is funny because we always talk about expectations, and here Vanderbilt sits. It's been like an awesome year. Everybody loves them. They're one of the darlings. They're 6-4.
Yeah.
LSU, this has been a disastrous year. Objective failure is 6-4. But yeah, if you were coming to this game without any prior knowledge, you would think that these are two pretty damn even teams doing battle on Saturday night.
I mean, when you look at what it's been the last 5 games, I mean, you shouldn't be surprised, and fans should realize that this team can certainly come in here and beat you. I mean, you look at their last 5 times out, they beat Kentucky on the road, they beat Ball State, whatever, but then they play Texas, the number 3 team in the country, 27-24.
Yep.
They go on the road to Jordan-Hare and win 17-7 against Auburn, and then, against South Carolina, they take the loss there, 28-7. Certainly had moments in that game where, it was a one-score game, they couldn't make the play, but then you look at what you've been your last 5 games. It starts out great, overtime victory against Ole Miss, going on the road against Arkansas, and then, as we know, the last 10 quarters, you just absolutely collapsed. And so fans should understand this Vanderbilt team can absolutely come in here and beat you.
Yep.
It is, I mean, they've got a quarterback that gives you issues. They've got a tight end that gives you issues. Defensively, Clark Lee, their head coach, is the one calling the defense, and they're not overly talented, but they are super sound in what they do.
Yeah, so just as far as like where they rank scoring offense, they're 11th. Scoring defense, they're 11th. You're barely ahead of them offensively, and you're right behind them defensively. Total offense, they're 15th. The only part that did surprise me, Jake, I do think of Vanderbilt as such a rushing team, and Diego Pavia is one of the better rushing quarterbacks in the league and maybe even the country. 13th in rush yards per game. So again, finding ways to win, but not really being too statistically dominant in any area. So 15th in total offense, 13 rush, 14th pass. In total defense, they're 12th. They're 8th against the runs, 12th against the pass. Now, they do play clean football.
Yeah.
They're 6th in penalties. They're 4th in turnover ratio. That is one of the areas in which they have a big advantage over you. Y'all are both very good at converting third downs. I believe you're first, they're third. However, they do allow opponents to convert a bit too much. 15th in terms of opponent third down percentage. They're 3rd in sacks, 9th in tiffles, 2nd in sacks allowed, 4th in tiffles allowed. Basically a lot like LSU, except LSU is much better at creating sacks. But still, again, a Vanderbilt team that is just solid, which for them is great, solid, but shockingly similar to an LSU team that we feel is bad, but maybe, is how do I say this? Just kind of good, just right above average, basically, statistically. What is the big, if Vandy is to come in here and create an upset,
Yep.
what is the path?
Diego Pavia goes off. He has a game like he had against Alabama. They make those type of plays where every time they needed a play, they made it. I think he's kind of the key to everything that they get done. And if he comes in here, man, and he continues to create like he does, you've struggled. You have struggled against quarterbacks that have the ability to run the football. And he has that. And then when you overplay the ability from the quarterback to run the football, he can certainly make you pay down the field.
Yeah.
Like, he is the key to the entire game. Offense, defense, special teams, both sides. It's Diego Pavia.
And then to kind of reinforce my point here, somebody asked, what about time of possession? I realized I didn't look that up, so I just looked it up. Well, LSU 2nd, Vanderbilt's 3rd in time possession. So, again, the two teams really similar on paper in a lot of different ways. What do we think the crowd's going to be like Saturday?
80,000 people?
I think that's being generous, too. I mean,
it's going to be a beautiful day probably, right? I'm just guessing. I mean, it finally felt like we had our first day of what I would say was winter today, which was great. But I imagine it's going to be a beautiful day / night in that stadium. Vanderbilt's better this year, but Damn, so we don't even think we're going to hit 9. We'll see. We'll see. I'll be interested to see the vibes.
What number do they announce compared to how many are in there?
I guess the more important point for us is how much of an advantage will that stadium be? Or if it's only like 80 and you can see all the empty seats, does that take a little juice away from this team? Like this team, I mean, granted, this team has to find it within themselves no matter what. And BK talked about that, and we can get to that here in a little bit. Some of the things he was talking about in the conference in terms of the conference call in terms of team morale and where kind of the team's head's at. But this is not going to be, after how you kind of failed everyone so mightily against Alabama, this is not going to be one of those games, I think, where you can rely on your stadium to lift you up.
Yeah.
I think you are going to have to do the lifting here. You are going to have to provide, like the stadium instead is going to say, no, you have to prove it to me. And we'll go from there.
Oh, yeah. You're lonely on the dance floor on this one.
Yeah.
Right now. If you win this, maybe Oklahoma goes back up. I don't know. But in this one, I think
Oklahoma will be crazy no matter what, probably, right? Final game of the season, couple big brands.
Maybe.
I know a lot of
Oklahoma people are traveling to this one.
Yeah, I would hope so. That would be uber disappointing if Oklahoma wasn't really nice. But who knows, man? Hell hath no fury like a college football fan scorned. And LSU fans are feeling pretty scorned right now. All right, when we get back, will Garrett Dellinger play? Will Miles Frazier play? Here what Brian Kelly had to say. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org, your one-stop plumbing shop. They've been at it for over 50 years, meaning you can't hit them with a problem that they don't know how to solve. Call them up today, right? Don't think twice. You got anything that goes wrong, any plumbing issue whatsoever, they got 24/7 emergency service. Licensed, bonded, and insured employees to send you information about ahead of time. They got flat rate pricing, so there's surprise or hidden fees tacked on in the back end. And they have excellent warranty coverage once the work is done. But it's not just repairs, upgrades, whatever, bathroom remodels. They do that as well. Centralplumbing.org.
They can't upgrade your space at your home or business. You go to the website, you see what they can do for you, no matter what it is. New shower, new tub, new tile, new vanity, or if you've got a major project at your business. Also, we tell you every day, go tankless today with a tankless water heater. Never run out of hot water again. Centralplumbing.org.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in a new 2025 Ram 1500 truck with $15,000 off MSRP. $15,000 off the newly designed Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Good morning. Wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. So, will Garrett Dellinger play? Here's what Brian Kelly had to say yesterday on the conference call. Quote, he practiced a little bit yesterday. We're taking it day by day. Look, I think the important thing when you come back from this tightrope surgery is that there's kind of stages. You don't throw him in for everything. Yesterday, he was a part of our pass protections. He felt comfortable there. Today, we're going to get involved in the run game, so we are making progress. So it's up in the air. He was listed as questionable. Miles Frazier was listed as questionable. I haven't been able to find any better information on Frazier, though. Have you, Taylor? I couldn't find any direct quotes from Kelly talking about Frazier.
He came back in the second half and played all the second half. He was out that first half, so I assumed he was good to go.
I do know this. It'll be a quite the test for this LSU team at a time. If you're already feeling this low, if Dellinger and Frazier were to not be able to go and you have to roll with Mabinga and Adams, it would be a big test for those guys to try to step up and elevate their game a bit from what we've seen thus far. Now, for Adams, it'd probably be better in that you would kind of know it going in, but at a time when everything feels so precarious, you really got to hope that you get Dellinger and Adams back. And it's interesting because I don't even necessarily need a fully healthy Dellinger. I know he's going to be out there playing hobbled, and that sucks. But I think with his experience, kind of veteran leadership, that even a hobbled Dellinger is still an upgrade.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's really any doubt about that.
Have you heard anything on the Frazier front?
I have not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like Taylor said, he came back last week, so I'm guessing he plays.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Unless it was just adrenaline that takes over and he was able to finish that game. Getting Dellinger back would be massive. You've struggled mightily at left guard. It has been the cause of a lot of your issues, and it's affected multiple positions. It has. That's the way that it is. I think you have a quarterback that's expecting to get pressure immediately almost, and so it's affected his play as well. So getting him back, I think, would be as important as anything.
Speaking of the team morale of LSU, oh, by the way, Deshaun Womack going to be available again. Of course, that wasn't injury-related. That was team rules-related, but he will be back this week. Speaking of team morale, here's what Kelly had to say. Quote, I think the team morale is disappointed. The coaches are disappointed. Every fan that follows LSU is disappointed, and they should be. We don't sign up for this for anything but positive outcomes, but they are committed. They are resolute in what they want to do, and they want better football, and they're excited to coach them because of the way that they have presented themselves to us, and that is keep coaching us. Stick with the process. Coach us hard. Coach us fair. Help us get better each and every week. And when you get that kind of captive audience, that's what you want in coaching. So we've got that group here, and we're going to go back out swinging and battling this Saturday against a really good Vanderbilt team. I don't know. It rings a little hollow, but at the same time, I always got to acknowledge the truth of, like, how would it not ring hollow? Anything that you could say there would ring hollow. He's not going to tell you that they're quitting or anything. I would be surprised if the players were out there telling the coaches, coach is hard, coach is fair. I get it though. They're still working, they're still bought in, but I do wonder what goes through Will Campbell's head when he lays his head down on the pillow at night. And you think about being 6-4 and it's your last year at LSU and what's happened this year. It's something that
it's something you and I don't know.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that sucks.
Like, what was your last year? 12?
Yeah, 13-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the only bad year we ever had was 2008, right after the Natty. But then again, and I felt the same way about the seniors that year, but even they had a national championship from the year before to fall back on.
Yeah.
Will, unfortunately, and anybody else who's this your final year, and you went on the descent on the way out, which is a massive bummer.
Yes, and there's nothing right now you can really do to fix that. You have multiple opportunities to make it better, but there's nothing you can do to fix it. It'll be interesting to see how they come out in this game and what it's like and what the vibe's like. Yep. And you got the gold jerseys, the whole deal, but the crowd's not necessarily going to be peak Death Valley.
No.
Like, it's going to be individual mindset to try to make the team mindset what it is.
Yeah, and the gold jerseys are a bit ill-timed, unfortunately.
I mean, they've been playing for 2 years, but
no, I know that's not like they could have done
Right.
anything about it, but it's just like, damn, it's if you're the one who behind the gold jerseys, you're a little upset that it's kind of broken the way that it has. Yeah, I mean, look, even more so than this last week, because then you still have like 10-win season, other stuff to play for. This is truly a test of the culture. Like that quote from Brian Kelly about team morale and everybody's still doing the right thing, saying the right thing, saying they want to be coach hard, all these sorts of things. Like, you can tell me that, but your actions speak so loud I can't hear what you're saying, right? So we going to learn this Saturday the toughness mentally, physically of this team, the toughness, more importantly, of the culture and the process that has been instilled. And they need to show up. They need to show up. They must stop this losing streak, and they must regain some confidence to finish this thing out without falling into the category of complete and utter embarrassment, which if you lose this game, you're going to be officially there 6-5, barely bowl eligible, right alongside all the other people you made fun of, Florida, like everybody before the year. That's you if you lose this game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's no question about it. I mean, you lose this one, best case scenario is 7-5.
Yeah.
It's been a long, I mean, I know you had some years after the national championship where you were 500, but you had, like you mentioned earlier, like in 2008, that group had an 07 to lean back on. Like in 20 and 21, you still kind of had, gosh, it's not great. We just saw the greatest season of all time not that long ago.
All you got, if you're one of the players who's only played in the Kelly era, is beating Bama at home 2 years ago.
Depending on what Ole Miss does this year, but
even then, it's like,
I don't know. That was pretty good.
That was
pretty good.
Yeah,
but at
least when you beat
people,
Bama, you held them out of the West and you went to the SEC championship.
Yeah.
You beat Ole Miss, and now everybody's saying they're going to win the Natty.
Yeah, sure.
So like, I like at least you actually caused your opponent to hurt when you beat Bama a couple years ago. But whatever. The point is still made, right? That it's been a rough. If your entire career took place just in the Kelly era, you don't have any of the highs of the previous eras to And especially because, if you maybe even started at, the end of after 19 when things started to go really south, like you kind of came in the nadir of the LSU football program in the new millennium.
Oh, yeah, if you're a fifth-year guy.
You've never been that good.
What would
Compared, relatively that good. For some schools, sure. For LSU, no.
What would the record be for a 5-year player?
Oof. Look that up. Let's go to break. Look that up. We'll get you the answer. And then I want to talk some Saints when we get back as well. Shout out to Taysom Hill. And I want to talk about tanking. Keep it here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Mainevent.com. We love Main Event, guys. You're looking for something fun to do with the family. You want to play laser tag, bowling, do the gravity ropes, play a ton of arcade games, food, drinks, all of it. But how about this? Get ready for some holiday cheer. Go ahead and sign up. Go to mainevent.com. You can find the link to do so. Join us Sunday, December 8th. Sunday, December 8th, 11 a.m. for a magical morning with Santa Claus, okay? We're going to have a meet and greet with Santa himself. He's going to fly down from the North Pole. So you can get pictures, family, kids, whatever. We're going to have the pancake breakfast buffet. Huh? Who doesn't enjoy that? Delicious spread to fuel your festive spirit. And then this one I love. Unlimited activities. 2 hours of wristband access to all the activities. 1 hour of unlimited arcade gameplay. Is that not a dream when you were a kid? Just have an unlimited free play. We're also going to have a cookie decorating contest, crafts, more. It's going to be a ton of fun. So come to Main Event. Sign up today. Remember, that's December 8th, 11 a.m. Mainevent.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back, OTB. So Jake has gotten the felt tip pen out, and he has put together the records for what happened if you would have played the last 5 years of LSU football, what your record would be to this point, versus his era and my era. What do the numbers say?
All right.
Start with the last 5 years.
All right, so the last 5 years, if you're a fifth-year senior here at LSU, you got here in 2020, you are 37-23.
Damn. It's crazy that there's a couple 10-win seasons in there, and it's still that poor. So,
yeah, so the last 5 years, fifth-year senior, you're 37-23.
23 losses.
You were a fifth-year senior here at LSU at one point, so your time here, 2007 to 2011, 53-14.
Yeah, see, boys, that's how it's done, nerds.
Your record.
53-14.
I only spent 4 years. I didn't have 5 years here, but in my 4 years, so 2004 to 2007, we were 43-9.
There you go. Not even double-digit losses in 4 years. How many? So I guess Arkansas would have screwed this up for you, but
if you only count losses in regulation, we're all 7.
Well, I was going to say, so probably the thing I am most proud of is that over the last 2 years here, we never lost a home game. How many home games do you think y'all would have lost your entire time?
I know one. 2. We lost 2.
Arkansas.
We lost Tennessee on the Monday night during Hurricane.
I remember watching
season.
that in my basement back in Georgia.
And then we lost a triple overtime against Arkansas.
Had some girls I was maybe trying to make out with over. No making out happened. No win happened. Very disappointing night for your boy. Unbelievable. And they were
Sorry
Tennessee
about that.
fans. Even worse.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That's the hero's journey.
When we were up 21-0 at half, you felt pretty good.
Yeah, I thought I was going to make out and get a dub.
Yeah.
And then everything evaporated.
Rick Clausen.
Nothing. So as you can see, we've fallen a bit, guys. Can you stop the descent this Saturday against Vanderbilt? Stop the death spiral. Go to yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. So there's a lot of different treatments that we talk about, guys. No more frustration, okay? If you are suffering from ED, you don't have to. Okay, you get with Goodwood. They see exactly what's going on with your body. Then they customize a comprehensive plan for you. Okay, this could be testosterone therapy, ED treatment, anti-aging, longevity, PRP hair rejuvenation, penile enhancement. Reclaim your vitality and confidence by scheduling a consult today. Call 225-4GD-WOOD or visit yourgoodwood.com. So Taysom Hill, who was laying the wood on Sunday, Taysom Hill was named NFC Player of the Week. Shout out to Taysom. It's his second time winning this award. He won at a Vikings game back in 2022. How about this? The first player since Chiefs running back Ed Podolak.
Oh, Ed.
Old Ed back in 1971.
I don't know Ed.
To have 3 rushing touchdowns, 50 receiving yards, and a pass completion in a single game. Shout out Taysom Hill.
All like jokes aside, the thing that I want to see from Taysom Hill is not completely abandon Taysom Hill in this game.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you had this. Put it in your offense. Let it be a part of who you are.
Yeah, keep leaning into it.
Yeah, it feels like so many times in the DA era, like you would have a game, that maybe not quite like this, but you'd have a good game from Taysom. The next game, can you find him?
Well, there was that game against Cleveland where the weather was just god-awful, right? And, yeah, they ended up using him the second half.
Yeah.
And ended up working. But the first half, it's like, wait, why aren't we? Like, it's obvious that this is a Taysom game. What is going on here? I will say, given Rizzy's halftime comments, I do believe, Jake, that you have a better chance of seeing that now.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what Kubiak's, what if he sees something on film where he doesn't like the Taysom matchup. But, like, I mean, again, Rizzy at halftime, Taysom had a couple key mistakes. They ask him, should you stick with it or are you going to get away from it? He's like, what? No, we're going to lean into him. Like, we're going to give him the ball more. So I too hope that they can follow up and emphasize Taysom once again and that it leads to a win. And there's a really good piece on New Orleans.football right now on why these Saints don't believe in tanking. And look, obviously, there is the base level thing of players and coaches. They don't have the ability to tank because they don't have job security, right? Like, you can't. Now, front offices can manipulate things. Like, pretty interesting what's going on in New York right now with all this quarterback shenanigans. Right? Drew Lock feels like he's number 2. All of a sudden, he's jumped. He's frustrated. The team feels like some players are coming out there saying they, like, screwed over Daniel Jones, which is kind of funny to hear. DeVito bumped up to that number 1 role. Is it like pseudo tanking, right?
Jones was 4th.
The process
on the depth chart.
Oh, he's 4th now.
Yeah, Tim Boyle was.
Okay,
ahead
they
of him.
they're just gonna keep pushing him down.
I mean, if you're 4th though, like he's not going to be on the active roster.
Oh no, he's gonna be in street clothes. He's gonna be watching the game like us.
So
life comes at you fast,
in
guys.
joggers and a
He went
hoodie.
to bed
So-
last weekend as the starter. Now he's not even on the active.
If you're a player on that team and you feel like your front office is trying to tank, it's not a good feeling for you because your job is still on the line based on how you play. If you're a coach, your job is still on the line based on how you play. And so, of course, players and coaches are never going to agree with tanking, but it goes beyond that. And you got to be careful getting comfortable with losing. And who knows this better than DeMario Davis, who played for both the Jets and the Browns, right? 2 teams that have been stuck in a rut, a la the Pelicans, for a very long time. And here's what he had to say, quote, I mean, I'm not trying to talk about any other organizations, but you see other organizations that are constantly in a rebuild and they never win. They're never in the playoffs. It's been decades. But this organization, it feels foreign when we're not in the playoffs. They've created a culture. When you have a great culture, you create a high standard while maintaining a place where everything feels important. And so I know that they have not lived up to that culture or standard here the last couple of years. Have been right on the edge, but that DA factor kind of kept them away from it. I'm going to be fascinated to see over the final portion of this season if DeMario Davis and the rest of these guys can honor that quote. And they can prove that quote to be true. Now, they probably dug too deep a hole. They probably did, obviously. But I do want to see how much fight they are going to finish with here. And can you carry that culture forward into a pseudo rebuild that you're going to look to do this offseason and then pay long-term dividends down the road?
Yeah, I think you've already seen a lot of what we're talking about. Like, we go back and you look at the grades and you look at the effort, you look at the amount of plays that some of these veteran players are playing, and DA had completely lost them.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they knew how lost they truly were, but yeah, like Cam Jordan playing like 14 plays in a game. You had DeMario Davis looking like, what, is he human? Like, he's just been so good regardless of his age, and he was probably your best defender last week, DeMario Davis was.
Yeah.
You've got Cam now playing like 40-plus plays a game now. So you've got Tyron out there continuing to intercept the ball. Like, you have your veteran players back in it now. And, that you know this. That's so hard once you lose those players to gain them back. But when you make a major move like getting rid of Dennis Allen, who you were never going to do anything positive with, then they get that jolt. And that jolt can last throughout the rest of this season. And those are good football players still, and you're seeing that. And so I realize, the Browns are the Browns. They're a bad football team, but you weren't doing the things that you were supposed to do under DA. Like, you're supposed to beat the Browns. You weren't doing stuff like that. Like, so they were supposed to, and they did. They went out there, they handled business. And with the way the South is going right now, if those other teams don't figure it out, like, you do have an opportunity, because it does feel like this is now who you are. You've taken the identity of your head coach.
And so we'll see, man. I think this bye week comes at a perfect time as well, Jake, to kind of get your head back. It's been a whirlwind of a few weeks, right? Head coach fired, all this new, rattled off a couple wins, but I feel like that can all be a bit exhausting.
Yes.
So now you have a week off. You know Rizzy's the guy. Everybody gets to catch their breath a little bit and say, okay, this is the new normal. Let's lock in. It's no longer kind of fly by the seat of our pants, and let's get ready to finish strong here over this final portion of the season. Absolutely love how this bye week has fallen.
You're right. Like, everything, like when you make changes like that and you got to go, it is very difficult. And now, like, you actually get a chance. like Rizzy's going to get a chance to sit down and, okay, here's what you're going to do during game week and game day. Here's what you're going to do. He probably had like the opportunity to really lay out exactly how he wants everything to go. Now that he's done it for a couple of games, he probably has some things that he wants to, tinker a little bit here and there as far as the game day process. Like you hadn't had time to do any of that. And so I do feel like, maybe you can get a little bit healthier. Now, there's some guys that we talked about, like the receiver room, it is what it is.
Well, you'll just feel better, though, if anything else, right? Yeah. You'll just get your body recovered a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Taysom needs this week to be able to go out there.
Taysom, DeMario, Cam, all the vets, right? Alvin, which, by the way, you have to go read the piece on New Orleans on football and Alvin Kamara. It's so freaking good. I want to talk a bit about it later. So I think the Saints, crazily enough, are not in an awful spot. And I cannot wait to see how this team emerges out of this bye week. All right, closing hour one of OTB next.
Off the bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. TEAUX, Tommy's.com. You need hardy plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows. You need any type of door. You want to work with Tommy's. Well, you'll see the difference clearly, okay, and immediately. And you'll see why Tommy, who's been in this game for almost 3 decades, right, for 20 years, worked for another company, learned all of this business inside out, and said, you know what? I have the expertise, but there are things that I would do differently. So he strikes out on his own. That was over 7 years ago. And all he's done since is the business continues to grow and be successful. Angie's Service Award winners every single year. And it's because of the culture and the process. So if you don't believe me, make them one of the bids on your next project. Remember, these things save energy, save you money on bills. Like they're investments that pay for themselves. Go Tommys.com.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Crush a bit, little bit, roll it up, take a hit.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Hey, Taylor, give me that video on the Navy uniforms. We played the Army uniforms for Army-Navy yesterday. Navy has struck back.
Did you see the hoodie I sent you, though?
Yeah, all the Navy. So I think the Navy. Wait, what?
I sent you the Army, the airborne one.
Oh, no, I guess I looked up the
They both are
Navy
incredible.
merch on my own. I really like the Navy merch.
Navy's got some good stuff, too. It's Under Armour.
Yeah, not as tight.
Not trying to protect this house. And then Army's is Nike. So I looked more at the Army, even though, you know.
Navy's got that Jolly Roger, though, and I'm always been a big fan of the Jolly Roger.
I'm right there with you. I thought it was awesome. And my grandfather was in the Navy. The Marines obviously play for the Naval Academy in football as well. So, like, I certainly would have more rooting interest there in the Army-Navy game, but I got to get that airborne hoodie.
So last night, LSU women beat Tulane 86-74. A game that was dominant until it wasn't. You enter the fourth up 20. Tulane goes on a 17-4 run. But good teams finish. LSU holds them scoreless the final 3 minutes of the game, and they hold on to win. By the way, we haven't talked about it much here, but Flage is playing out of her mind right now.
Yeah.
25, 12, and 5 last night. It is her third straight 25, 5, and 5 game. Also threw in 2 blocks for good measure. And as she said after the game, quote, thing I'm most proud of is getting on number 2 from Tulane, that's Keenan, who hit 7 threes but didn't score in the first half. Yeah, so Keenan was 7 of 8 from 3 in the first half, did not get a single point, only shot 3 times in the second half. So Flage doing it all right now as a and it's interesting because like she came in so heralded as a younger player that she did well, but I kind of probably fell into the trap of thinking, okay, like that's who she is, that's kind of her ceiling. No, she's proving to be a much more statistically productive player, especially in the offensive side of the ball, than I ever would have thought.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, she's the only one really. Actually, she is the only one that hit a 3 last night for LSU. They were 3 of 16 as a team, only 18.8%. She was 3 of 6 from beyond the arc there. Michaela Williams, as soon as of course, it's my fault. I know, hyped her up with Coach yesterday. She struggled from the floor, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc, only 2 of 8 as far as shooting for the game. But, Flage, like you said, like I didn't know she had that ability to be the star of the team. I thought she was just like that perfect kind of supplemental piece to the star, and she has been the star of this team.
All right, go ahead and give me this. Here's the reveal of the Navy uniforms for Army-Navy. Oh, where's the sound?
Spilling coffee.
Victory is the standard. After 8. Born in the battles of World War II, the Jolly Rogers have been freedom's guardians of the sky. Forged by the United States Navy, victory is the standard. After 8 decades, the new chapter in history will be written. If you hear them coming, fear the bones.
The Jolly Rogers.
Here's to victory. Here's to the bones.
Dude, are you kidding me? Fear the bones is one of the most badass slogans I've ever heard in my entire life. Also, like I said, the Jolly Roger. If you don't know, that's the classic skull and crossbones that pirates used to fly.
Yes.
That on a fighter jet? Are you kidding me? Did you see the missiles said "Here's to the bones" on them. Oh my God, dude! And the shoulder pads got the black shoulders with the Jolly Rogers on them. Just when you think Army Navy couldn't get more badass, I got goosebumps. All right, hour 2 next.
Off the bench.
K to Z window coverings, KTOZblinds.com, KTOZblinds.com. You want window coverings that wow? You want to figure out why Ray Frimes says it's the best investment he's ever made? Well, work with K to Z. Have Brandon come out to your home. Okay, and they're going to give you a ton of information, and you're going to learn way more than you ever knew coming in. And look, this is for any price point, right? Start home of your dreams, whatever. And remember, we're hiring right now at K to Z. So if you're mechanically inclined, even if you never installed blinds, doesn't matter. We can get you up to speed. Join a great company that offers excellent insurance, retirement plan, great work environment, company vehicles, excellent pay. Call today or go to KTOZblinds.com. K to Z window coverage, KTOZblinds.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Let's talk turkey. Bayou Ford can get you in a new 2024 Ford F-150 with $15,000 off MSRP. $15,000 off America's favorite F-150 truck. All new Bayou automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Thursday, November 21st. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 68. In hour 2 of today's show, Matt Flynn stops by the studio for a full hour of flustering. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Flush the format. Throw away the rundown.
Okay, here we go.
It's time for a bit of unscripted conversation with former LSU and Flynn.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Off the Bench presents Flustering. Now, here's T-Bob Hebert, Jacob Hester, and Matt Flynn.
Did we just become best friends? Yes.
Yo, what's happening, boys? Welcome back. OTB. It's time for some flustering on a Thursday. And, guys, I apologized to Matt about my explosion last week. I felt it was immature of me. I was in a bad mood otherwise.
What were y'all arguing about?
Whiskey and wine and then whatever. But it was really a classic case of misdirected anger. I was in a bad mood otherwise, and I allowed myself to be triggered, but it was immature. I'm just heading off any crap that the chat's gonna try to stir up here or start. So I apologize. That was not my finest moment. I just got a little defensive and immature. So
no,
it happens.
I think you kind of blown it up a little bit.
It happens.
Yeah, I did. You sent me a text last week, and I was like, I had to think about it. I was like, what is he talking about?
It's fine. It's fine. So maybe I am blowing it up. That was just in my head.
This SOB to my left is a professional needler as well, and he always has been. And so as soon as I saw you show emotion, I'm like, well, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I've been one to
for T-Bob.
Fall into that trap many times in my life. Probably like my best friend, the guy who's essentially just my brother, Ian. He has made though a art form of triggering me. He knows exactly how to do it. And now in my older age, I can sniff it out a lot, but I still fall prey to it, even with 25 years of experience.
I guess that was probably the most emotional reaction we've gotten from T-Bob since the science talk.
I mean, yes. Yes,
With
y'all just still trying to maintain that the Indian mounds were basically made 50 years ago by a bunch of people just putting dirt up there.
I think we gave him 100.
Oh, yeah, we gave him a lot.
We gave him 100.
What's going on, though, Matt? What's up, man?
Not much. Sorry
Thanksgiving
for the
week,
delay.
we getting excited?
Excited for what?
Thanksgiving week.
Oh, Thanksgiving week.
I can't wait, dude.
Dude, yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. My Christmas decoration's already up.
Yep.
Because we're out of town a couple of weeks in December. So we were had to bump up our decorating.
I don't know what it is. Yeah. I've always kind of been a right after Thanksgiving guy, but this year I just was like, wait, why?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I understand the vacation thing, but I'm not even doing the vacation thing. I'm going to be here all December. But I was still like, no, it's November. Mm-hmm. Halloween's over. I want to put some stuff up. Now, I'm not going to go tree till the day after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Which, by the way, guys, remember, when you get your tree, if you want it to last for all December, if you're going real tree, first night you get it, take it home, hose it down, give it a good bath, let it sit the entire night. I think you're supposed to put it in warm water immediately when you get home. I can't remember what the boiling water, basically.
I saw the viral clips of people washing their Christmas tree.
So I learned this going to, what's the place off of Perkins that I always get my tree from? Nursery. I'm blanking on the name. I really like it, but they gave me the whole.
Nursery?
What's that?
Yeah, Louisiana Nursery.
Maybe so. Yeah, but they gave me the whole thing. I think I started buying them there 3 or 4 years ago.
They've gotten a lot of my money in the past.
They were like, look, here's the tree food. This is what you're gonna feed it to keep it good all month. Right when you get home, wash it, boil water. They gave me a whole one sheet on how to do it. And now I see it. I've heard it's all over TikTok. My wife had the temerity to send me an Instagram video. To send me an Instagram video of a tree being washed. And I'm like, you idiot. I wash it every year. I wash it every single, and you have no appreciation. I'm out here keeping our trees alive, and you have no appreciation for the work I'm putting in.
Two things that trigger T-Bob. Whiskey and wine, Christmas trees.
Christmas trees.
Mark it down.
Do not tell me something I already
knew.
I
mean, you've already been I've already been putting in the work, and then she sent me those we need to do this year. Well, you think I'm going to be washing these trees?
Look,
been washing these trees 3 years now.
When we were living in Seattle, our house was right connected to a like a tree nursery. So they had like the big pumpkin patch during Halloween, then they had the Christmas tree farm.
And like actual winter in Seattle, I'm guessing?
Actual winter in Seattle, and they grew them there. So like it was a place where you go up there, they give you like a saw, and you go and saw your own tree. And I was like, man, this is awesome. Love Christmas. This was like before
Wait, you saw your own tree?
Yeah, so you saw your own tree.
Oh, that's sick.
And then you carry it, and they wrap it up. And so it was like right next to our house. So of course we did it, and like it was so like nostalgic Christmas. This is like, oh yeah, this is like Clark Griswold. This is like all the stuff. This is what you hear. We put the Christmas tree up, and then the next morning, our house was filled with these giant Pacific Northwest spiders.
Oh no! No, dude.
It was pretty.
The worst
terrifying.
Christmas present.
It was terrifying.
What'd you do?
You call it exterminator?
I don't even know if like when I say Pacific Northwest spider, if that's an intimidating term or not. But
I feel okay. So when I hear that, I think of really big spiders for some reason.
They were probably the size of like a wolf spider down here, just like fatter.
Kind of wispy webs everywhere. Were they like the really hard to find webs, or those kind of like foggy, like misty webs?
I don't know. I nearly burned the place down though.
Did you? So yeah, what do you do? Do you call it exterminator?
Well, I killed as many as I could. Took the tree out.
Jeez.
And then called an exterminator. Yeah.
Should have washed your tree, bro.
Should have washed the tree.
Should have washed the tree.
But ever since then, we never went back to the real tree.
Never.
Never.
That was the last real tree. Oh wow. I do love a real tree. I love the smell. I love what it brings.
I can get a candle.
Bath and Body Works.
I hate real garland because it dries out. Because I mean, obviously, right? It's not connected to anything, and then it just gets needles everywhere. So stupid. It's so stupid.
Then, like one of my first, like as an adult, my wife and I, we get married. We're buying all the stuff for our house. We buy a nice vacuum. Salesman sold us. He's like, this vacuum.
The vacuum goes a long way, bro. Yeah.
Well, the Christmas tree. This was in Seattle again. Christmas tree. We get rid of it, and we vacuum up the needles. Vacuum broken. Can't vacuum up Christmas needles.
Not a lot of them. Yeah, they can be hard.
First time homeowner.
I guess. No, you didn't know. I guess no, you didn't buy anything in Green Bay. Why would you?
You gotta like if it's a ton of needles, you gotta sweep them, and then you can vacuum up. You know, your kind of your odd remainders.
I mean, I was a fresh 26 years old. Didn't know that.
The speaking of ideal Christmas, I have a buddy who's he got the armed forces to pay for him to be a doctor.
Yeah,
and now he's just hanging out in England and never works. It's ridiculous. He just plays video games all day because, you know, that's what our taxpayer money's funding. But he just took his family to Finland to go meet Santa.
Oh, that's cool. Is that that place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like literally Santa's hometown in Finland.
Man,
it looks incredible.
Like, how does that conversation go? Like, you're talking with your boy, and he's like, yeah, I just took the family to Finland to see Santa Claus, and you're like, yeah, well, I'm thinking about going to maybe like, you know, Denham Springs and the Bass Pro Shop.
No, we're going to main event. We're going to main event for the pancake breakfast buffet. Okay. So yeah.
Hey, but same Santa.
Not to relax, not to brag. But yeah. So I'm very jealous, very deeply jealous of him getting to go to.
Wait, so
Finland.
Hold on. What I caught from the story was like, just what I want from my doctor to be doing nothing except playing video games.
Dude, he said he's like, it's crazy. He just sits around like
he
works some, but like a lot of times just because of bureaucracy, he's just kind of left sitting there. Just.
And where does he live?
So he
lives in
doctor
the
now,
English countryside. Yes, he's been a doctor now. He's been a doctor with the armed forces for many years now. At this point, living in England, chilling. He's been grinding NCAA lately. I know. I'm like, geez, I'm dude. I wish I was, smart and motivated. He's always been like super smart though, to be fair, obviously. Yeah. You know who else is super smart? In that Alvin Kamara piece on New Orleans Football, I didn't realize Kamara kind of claims to have a borderline photographic memory. Like, says that he can just, like, look at a game plan, look at a playbook. He remembers everything from, like, 17, 18. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he just, like, remembers everything immediately, barely takes any notes. He says it takes him, like, one pass through the game plan, and he's got it locked in.
So he's like Mike from Suits.
I've never seen Suits.
Oh, anybody in here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Is Suits good?
A little unrealistic how
Yeah.
good his memory is, but
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's good.
it's a great show.
I mean, it makes sense. You don't ever think about Alvin Kamara having MAs or anything.
No, look, if you can get that done, that's great. There's a lot of people that understand playbooks better than others. There's some that just don't understand them at all. Like if I brought our 2005-6 whatever playbook here, like Matt would you probably look at it and you start seeing Win and Hank and like all those things and it like
Penn Indy.
Yeah. Oh God, he loved Penn Indy. 246 UConn, like all that would come back to memory, but like to just remember it.
I mean,
It's
I
tough.
don't
It's a tough
remember.
thing.
I don't remember a ton from LSU. I remember 46, 47 power.
If you
Remember
went over it, you would
47.
remember
No,
it.
if I
but,
saw it, I remember
yeah,
like 50s
it would-
and
yeah.
60s and the pass pro rules a bit. Razor.
the hardest part about learning new offenses, which I had to do a lot, is forgetting the old offense.
Like terminology or the concept?
Because like you always
I
do
think for me the terminology.
you always do the comparison game. All right, so I'm memorizing this new offense. This is what the play is. It used to be called this. So you like do this like you still go back to your old like, okay, I'm gonna read it like Penn Indy, but it's called something else.
When I went from San Diego to Denver, literally like in my notes, it would be like it was this in San Diego, it's now this in Denver. And that's how I, memorized the offense because I had no chance. And then there was one foo bar that was military bases. And
what does that mean?
Messed up beyond all recognition.
Fricked up beyond all recognition.
And so like I almost had an MA like almost every time we ran it because it was the complete opposite of what we ran in San Diego.
It's interesting because it kind of sounds like how when you talk to adults who are trying to learn a second language, where at first you're doing the replacing thing. You're like, okay, I know that this is so. Okay, yeah. So this is the word. So okay, I'm thinking of the word toast, but like this is what it is in French. So this is what it is now. Where eventually, right? They say when you really learn the language is when you like maybe have a dream that's in the language, or it's your first instinct to think of the language as opposed to doing the this is this.
Yeah. When you have to learn a lot of playbooks, though, like you never get to that point. You just always go back to what you really know.
Okay, so you never did it never crossed over like a language does where you're
when
like,
I was there for a full year, like when I was in Seattle, I learned it, right? And then
you're basically bilingual, dude.
But then
trilingual,
obviously. Well, like
quadlingual,
what's seven-lingual,
septuple-lingual. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. It's good to know. Yeah, you're right. Kamara never has any MAs, but you do have to question his intelligence a little bit because he wants to stay in New Orleans.
Relax, okay? Relax.
That's a big red flag.
AK on pace for a career high in rushing yards. How about that? Also, he appears to be pretty obsessive compulsive in a lot of ways, and he puts a lot of time into his body in terms of like massage therapy, hours upon hours upon hours making sure he's good to go, which makes sense how he looks. Like, how has he looked just as fast and quick as he normally does, and he's been playing with like broken ribs all year? It's a testament to the time that he puts in.
And
Shout
a
out
broken
again.
hand. And a broken hand.
Yeah, so I would say, again, I can't recommend enough. Nick Underhill, I guess, got to go like hang out with him at his home and really dive into him, and it's a really good piece on New Orleans football right now. The perfect bye-week read if you want to go check it out. All right, coming up, more Flushing. Sorry, I was
Off
thinking
the
about
bench.
I was thinking about creamy pints of Guinness. You know, God, it'd be so good right now. Get Gordon, get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys are there for you when you need them. You get in an accident, you need somebody who's going to stand up to big insurance companies, get you what you deserve. You want Gordon. Right now, Google Get Gordon Bike Giveaway, or you can go to getgordon.com and you can find it by going to their community involvement. But we are giving away bikes. Registration is open for a couple more weeks. Go ahead and register, and you'll get all the information. And when you win, you could have that bike with the red bow under the tree for your child. It's a great opportunity. It's one of the many ways that Gordon gives back to the community. Get Gordon, get it done.
Go to the website, getgordon.com. You can find all the information there, what they're doing in the courtroom, what they can do for you, what they're doing in the community, but also in Louisiana. Always remember, put your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB.
I don't know why.
Are y'all still talking flag football? I thought the season was over.
No, we're talking real football.
Oh, real football? For what?
We're just drawing up plays like how we would call it back in the NFL.
We're thinking about going into coaching.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Together.
Finally? Gonna
If we coached a tackle team together, I'm just letting you know, we would beat everybody.
You think?
Yeah, no.
How?
Well, you got to have some players.
What would you do?
We'd have
coaching
the best
Got to
players.
have some players.
Yeah, but you got to have players, right? I'm with Matt, right? You can't.
I don't know. I mean, look,
who draw up the best plays? Going to reinvent the wheel here?
I told y'all yesterday, Phillip Rivers' team right now in the semifinals and Alabama playoffs, 4A. They don't have the best athletes. They're going to route you up, though. It's going to be whatever concept they run. The
Probably got a
quarterback's
good
gonna
quarterback.
They got pretty good quarterbacks.
I'm about to say they got a good quarterback.
Gunnar Rivers, he's pretty good.
I mean, Drew Brees did once throw touchdowns to Keith Kirkwood, Dan Arnold. Help me out here. Who were the other two in that infamous game? We went through it not long ago. Kirkwood, Arnold. Crap.
Was it Traquan?
Oh, Tommy Lee Lewis, maybe?
Yeah, that was right. That was one of
One of them?
too.
Man, it really wasn't Traquan? I would have sworn
No,
Traquan.
it wasn't Traquan. This is pre-Traquan.
Oh, pre-Traquan.
This was Dan Arnold.
Was it it wasn't Willie Snead, was it?
Keith Kirkwood, Tommy Lewis. No, I think it was even a lesser name than Willie Snead. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Lesser name than Willie Snead. My God.
Whoa.
Scantling.
No,
Whoa.
hey. Whoa.
Bro,
Back
some
off
respect on
MVS.
Valdez
That's
Scantling.
wide receiver 1, okay?
Yeah,
Relax.
great.
The Rizzler has the Saints very much back, okay? Finally got rid of your guy, DA. Your coach, literally.
Yeah, Matt loved him.
Literally your coach. Way to go, dude.
Oh, I heard y'all talking about Daniel Jones earlier when I was driving in, and I kind of had in a much smaller scale with DA that happened to me. I was a starter one week in Oakland, and the next week I was the third string.
What did they tell you? What was the explanation?
There wasn't really one.
They're just like, no, you're third string now.
You suck.
What? Like, I can't even get 2.
Who was the starter?
DA was like, it's not me, it's you.
Who was the starter?
Well, that seems to be a problem that he never quite shook.
It was Terrell Pryor, then it was me, then it was Matt McGloin.
Wow.
But it was
McGloin. McGloin, nobody is better at churning out quarterbacks that stick around on NFL rosters but do nothing than is Penn State. I mean,
Christian Hackenberg.
Yeah, Hackenberg, McGloin, McSorley. I'm sure
Kerry Collins.
Allard's going to, or who was last year's guy? Is that McGloin?
No,
who was last
Sean Clifford.
I'm sure Sean Clifford's on a
Green
team
Bay,
somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'm
Clifford,
saying, bro. They're everywhere. And I know Drew Allar's going to be that guy too. Won't start. Maybe get like a starting
McGloin
out
played
somewhere.
for a while.
McGloin did, and
McGloin
he did like some XFL or something like that.
Well, I
too.
think McGloin started that. Remember when Carr had that one really good year in Oakland, and they were like a 2 seed, and he broke his leg or something right before the playoffs. I think McGloin started the playoff.
So when I was in Oakland, we had drafted a kid from Arkansas, Tyler something. Anybody remember this name?
Tyler Arkansas?
Tyler Wilson.
Tyler Wilson.
Oh, yeah. I remember Tyler Wilson.
He was like a second or third round guy.
He was right after Mallett. He was good in college.
And so McGloin came in and was an undrafted guy and beat him out.
Just like you and Brom.
As a rookie, yeah. And it was so McGloin was good. We had a good quarterback. I like Terrell Pryor a lot. I like McGloin, like Tyler.
Pryor ended up playing receiver for a while.
Yeah.
Pretty athletic dude.
Yeah. It was like the best thing ever. From I got cut. Then a week after that, then ended up back up in Green Bay.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
That was good.
Yeah, I mean,
hey McGloin,
those had to be.
You got it, bud.
Those had to be some. Those had to be some pretty fun Christmases. No, Green Bay Christmas, White Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Snow everywhere. God, what it would be like to have a white Christmas, and not like go on vacation for one,
right? Be home,
but be at home.
I had
have one.
I had one in Denver. It was awesome.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome, dude.
You want to go with me to the draft this year? It's in Green Bay. Show me the ropes.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know where everybody's gonna stay in Green Bay.
You'll stay in Appleton, or
or maybe Madison. I know.
Where's that?
Madison's so far. Milwaukee's closer.
Is Appleton next to Bananaton? Right, Bananaville would have been a better joke. Excuse me. Let's replay. It's Appleton next to Bananaville.
It's right above Oshkosh.
Yeah. I don't get Oshkosh, actually.
I like the clothes.
It's a town.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Right below Appleton.
Is Oshkosh Bagosh a children's clothes company?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It started in Oshkosh.
I've always heard of that, but I've never
I figured.
seen it.
Oshkosh.
Got them at
been in
outlet
one.
malls.
Okay.
A lot of outlet malls.
Okay. John Leaves says, T-Bob, don't ever disrespect Willie Snead. He was a dog. Again, I think I was the one defending.
Yeah,
Willie
you
Snead.
Jordan disrespected.
Jordan's young, no perspective, having ass was the one that was coming after Willie Snead.
Willie Snead was good with the Ravens
okay.
as well.
All right, we ain't like Willie Snead is Tommy. No, I ain't even put Tommy Lee Lewis in that either.
Willie Snead's way better than Tommy Lee Lewis.
Yeah,
what are we
Tommy
talking
Lee
about?
better.
Tommy Lee should have flopped. I don't know why he didn't flop, but either way.
I guess he probably didn't think he had to when he got ran through.
Yeah, I mean, flop. You can't flop if you actually get your head taken off.
Jordan, have you seen that play?
How could he have fallen
I've
worse?
seen the play. Oh, no, I don't know. I guess I haven't seen the play.
I guess he didn't complain. He didn't complain to the refs enough.
He should have been like,
I was saying, he didn't have to flop. He got leveled onto the ground.
Sell it.
Yeah, Matt, chat wants to know what your advice to, by the way, this sucks for Willie Snead. He was so close to a 1,000-yard season. His first year, how about that? He had 69 catches for 984.
Ooh.
Then 72 for 895.
What did he do with the Ravens? He was pretty good with the Ravens, wasn't he?
He had one pretty good year with the Ravens, 62 catches, 651.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of down from there. But shout out Willie Snead. Matt, chat wants to know what advice you would give Nuss right now.
I'm not great.
Chill out, Dennis Allen. We don't say keep chopping in these parts, okay?
We say chew bamboo.
Chew bamboo. That's right. Panda pride, baby. Chew bamboo.
Chew
Just
bamboo.
keep chewing.
Keep chewing.
I watch these games on TV, and I don't go back and watch them again. So it's not like I'm dissecting what he's doing.
No, I think they don't mean, maybe not like X's and O's advice, but like, kind of old vet QB advice.
Athletes are just hard-headed dummies. We all are.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't think you get in like a mid-season funk or slump because you're losing games. You go out there and you still play. I just say let it rip. It looks like he's trying to play a little safety ball.
I know. I didn't love these quotes from Kelly last game where he described him as coming off the field and being like, I'm making sure to take care of the ball, or I'm making sure not to turn it over.
It's like when you think about turnovers, that's when they happen.
Yeah.
Don't think about them.
It's the classic, like
Think
when you're
about
worried about getting injured, that's when you get injured.
Yeah.
Because you're half stepping.
Yeah. I mean, you
Self-fulfilling
got to clean
prophecy.
up dumb mistakes, but don't take away your greatest asset.
Yeah.
Which is just like
grip it and rip it.
Just arm talent cocky.
At this point, you almost got nothing to lose, dude. So
what do you do?
Yeah, I guess the game.
No, I'm just saying. I agree with you. You don't have anything.
Yeah.
To really lose. I said that wrong. Said the wrong word there.
Oh, you mean you don't? Is that what you meant to? Okay. Yes, okay.
Like we were asking the question on Monday, like, do you think Nussmeier makes the Ole Miss throws that he did on 4th down right now? And it's like, no.
I don't know, like that Xavier Thomas throw that wasn't a touchdown, but was. It was my favorite throw of the year thus far. Like, I don't think he has the confidence to throw that right now.
The 4th down to Anderson, throwing it before he's even out of his break. Yeah. It's not. Is it a confidence thing, Matt, or is it just you've been drilled so many times after the A&M game because you kind of just threw it up for grabs that you got to take care of the football, and it's just like not a confidence thing, but it's like you're trying to just play so safe.
So, I mean, it could be one of a couple of different things. It could be I think it's a cardinal sin for a coach to talk about turnovers to a quarterback, say the word interception.
Really?
Like you talk about mistakes and dumb mistakes, dumb decisions that lead to stuff.
Oh, that's some interesting pro quarterback insight. I've never known
But it's not
that.
like, hey, you got to cut down on the interceptions.
Oh, don't even say it. Yeah, don't say it.
Don't even. Now you talk about it in ways, but the more you say it, the more he thinks.
It's like Voldemort. You don't even want. You just don't say it.
Because the quarterback is such it's a confident. You have to be confident, dumbly confident to play the position and throw it, especially at that level. You have to throw it when guys are not open.
Yeah,
and you have
to
know what you're
really
doing.
good at early
on. And if you lose that confidence, whether it's because of you're trying to avoid turnovers or you've not had success or on a 3-game losing streak.
Trying to put the team on your back like we were talking about a couple weeks ago because you have to.
Yeah, there's just so many things. Yeah. And I just think you have to be careful with the way you're telling them not to do. Instead of telling them what to do, we believe in we don't want to lose one part of your game.
Yeah.
But you do have to cut out the dumb mistakes.
Dumb.
Like throwing a guy open, throwing a competitive ball, throwing even a 50-50 ball to Kyron, and then throwing to a guy that's not over. Like interceptions are okay to have.
Yes.
They're not good to have. Competitive interceptions are okay for quarterbacks to have. You have to have them.
Yeah.
It just comes with the territory. Defense, those guys can make plays too. It's the stupid interceptions that you got to cut out.
Yeah.
So I would never tell a quarterback, we got to cut out on your interceptions because I want him to rip a seam against cover 2 when he's covered. But the guys, he thinks the guys
turns or something like that.
I want you to throw with anticipation.
Drop it underneath the safety over the linebacker. Very tough throw.
I mean, because in high school you can wait till guys are open, but at this level, and even in college, go to the next level, it's even more so. You're even throwing to more so covered guys. So it's like you have to be
nobody's
able to
wide open.
Yeah, nobody's wide open. Yeah. I mean, you get the wide open guys. Sometimes the wide open guys are the hardest ones to hit. You're like, oh, I'm gonna look so dumb if I miss this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I got a number that I want to get Matt's reaction to next here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. Pinnacle Exterior Construction is going to make your backyard the backyard of your dreams. Okay, you want an outdoor kitchen, outdoor living area, you want a pool, you need a bigger, better fence, any size type fence. Pergolas, bulkheads. I gotta be honest, guys, I don't know what a pergola is.
Yes, you
but
do.
what's it, like a gazebo?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, you can make a gazebo too. Or is that just pergola? You know who knows? Pinnacle. So you should go to PECbuilt.com. Look at the gallery of their work. It is stunning. We build the spaces. You build the memories. PECbuilt.com.
Go to the website today. You'll see exactly what they can do for you, and you get a great idea right there on the homepage. Pool, artificial turf, the fence, the entire deal. They can come in. They can completely change your space. That's at your home or your business. So go to the website today. Find all that information. Have them come out. Tell them what you're looking for, and they are going to get it done. PECbuilt.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's going on? Well, this is awkward now. It's just me and Matt after a big fight last week.
True.
Boy.
Awkward. You want to talk about it again?
I saw a funny video the other day about, like, when the C-tier friends are hanging out on Xbox waiting for, like, the A-tier friend to get there. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be on Xbox, right? You know, maybe you're all having a boys' night and you go over to your friends. It's the one that you're, like, kind of friends with, but really there's like more connective tissue because a guy that you're both better friends with, but he's not there yet. And so it kind of feels like a date. Now, this is not that, obviously. But like in that situation, when I've been in that, it does feel kind of like a date a little bit.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, I'm not going to say the date, but I get exactly what you're talking about.
But I mean, you're like nervous. You're finding things to talk about. Maybe you have a really good time. You end up learning about him. You grow a little closer.
We don't hang out unless my other boy's there. Yeah, no, 100%. Yes. So it's like.
Exactly.
We don't really hit each other up to hang out, but we hit this guy.
Yeah, you end up in the same group a lot of times. You have a lot of shared memories, but not a lot of one-on-one memories. There's nothing better. So I had that. My most recent experience of that would probably be with Mettenberger. Like, we've always been in this same crew. We go to lake together every summer. That's my boy. But I never hung out with him one-on-one. And then we went on this Vegas trip, me and him roomed together, and it was awesome. Yeah. It was awesome. I felt like I was on a date, and it was like, kind of a deepening of the relationship. It ended up being a lot of fun.
Did y'all like each other?
Yeah, we had a great time. Like, I think we emerged like way better friends out of it the other side.
Yep. I find that happens more and more the older you get. And like usually the connective tissue now is like your children.
Yeah, yes. There's definitely I mean, those are, that is eternal and unending. But that's where this maybe gets interesting. There wasn't a ton of child talk. And maybe some wife talk,
Well, what I mean by that is like
ball and chains.
I feel like the older you get, the more the people you hang out with the most are your children's friends.
Well,
parents,
right? That is definitely true. Yes.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than finding a good parents that you genuinely really like that your kids are friend with.
Yeah.
Because then you get excited too to go over.
Yeah.
Or go hang out or do whatever. Everybody wins.
I always find the most, not awkward. Awkward's not the right word, but the most like nervous I'm always like for a social environment is when your friend group's worlds collide.
Oh yeah.
That's always a tricky situation. You never know what's going to happen because like one group might be a little bit more riffraff. The other group might be a little
conservative. Yeah. So I've got some degenerate circles that I run in for sure, and then I've got some more wholesome ones.
Yeah. So like when we like my bachelor party, most of the crew was like my Louisiana guys, but I had the guy you met in Vegas, Josh Sitton, come on my. So he's this big guy. He's a Pro Bowler, and then like Big Will was on the trip, and I'm like, all right, these are two like alpha guys here.
No, dude, there could be some sparks.
And I know my guy from Green Bay can kind of be an a-hole.
Yep. What is it with those? That is such an O-line archetype, like the super badass but super a-hole-ish kind of bully O-lineman. I mean, I've seen it. If I've seen it once, I've seen it a million times. You need one on the team, right? Because he kind of drives the standard and whatnot. But it's just so deeply funny to me how it's an archetype. Like it is a type of the team makeup that exists. Richie is that bully O-lineman? Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, it's the same deal.
Yeah.
So how'd it go though with those two? Did they get it? Okay.
Oh, it's great.
Look at that. Look at that.
It always goes better than you think, right?
Yeah.
Even when the riffraff meets the more wholesome, it usually goes pretty well.
I agree. Yeah. I do apologize to Mettenberger for passing out just with full brown eye in the air. He didn't need to see that. That's on me. That's on me. Okay. Yeah, we were sharing a hotel room.
I don't even know what that means.
That's like the type of thing that would draw you closer, though, I would think.
Sometimes you sleep with like your head down and then your knees, like you're like on your knees and your head, basically. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You ever do that anymore?
No, I've never done that.
I used to sleep a lot like that. I used to sleep a lot like that as a child.
I was going to say, that's something you would see on
butt in the air.
Like in the fetal position, but face down?
Yeah.
That's something you would see on like a kid's animated movie or something.
Yes, I used to sleep like that as a child
I didn't think people actually slept like that.
Like a human adult?
Yeah, I passed out like that.
Face down, booty up.
Naked.
This is
my God.
Naked.
That's what they tell you, like if you're like real gassy.
Yeah, for real. You must have been cutting loose all night.
Jeez.
Naked? Yeah, naked. That's what I'm saying. Just full brown eyes staring.
No covers?
My God.
If it was a pass out, no covers.
Nope.
But hey, what's going to make you closer than that, right?
Nothing. I mean, nothing.
You know?
I don't know, bro.
That's going to tie you.
That's a crazy image to wake up to in the bed next to you.
It's not great.
Yeah.
You wake up, you go pee in the middle of the night. That's what you get met with.
It's not as waking up in the middle of the night is not as bad as if like you went to sleep before him and he had to like sleep in the same room knowing you were like that. Like I feel like that would be worse.
Well, that happened. Yeah, that happened. But I don't know if I was in that position when I fell asleep.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to get to bed. Like what do you do? You should go to sleep.
I think I might have moved into there.
You know, like the cartoons of like at a family holiday and dad or grandpa goes to sleep on the sofa with like his mouth open.
Yeah.
Put some like popcorn in there or something.
Hell yeah.
Just think about that.
I mean, that's how.
Think about that for your story.
That's how the Nutcracker starts. At the River Center, Grandpa's falling asleep on the couch, and the kids mess with him, tickling his head with a feather.
Yep.
See, and that's crazy to me because
hopefully Ned didn't do that to you.
Yeah, like if my grandpa was sleeping, you just can turn the TV to another channel and that'll wake him up. But you can sit there and put popcorn and all this and do all that, and that won't wake him up. Like,
and he wouldn't wake up.
Would not wake
Only
up.
the TV. Yeah,
man. If you turn that channel, my grandpa's waking up. Like, what?
What is he watching to fall asleep?
Oh, westerns.
Really?
Yes.
Westerns.
Just westerns?
Yeah, like westerns or sports. Definitely
Damn.
like Gunsmoke, all that. Like black and white. Yes, that's my grandpa to a T. The westerns.
The old spaghetti westerns. They're
Yes.
kind of like the fantasy movies of their age, right?
Gotta be.
Genre films that everybody was obsessed with.
Lots of
Do y'all sleep if you're rooming? Okay, do y'all sleep in the nude just normally?
I don't think I've ever once done that in my life.
Never?
No.
Never.
I gotta have drawers on.
Really?
Shirt, but drawers for sure.
If anything, I might Winnie the Pooh it sometimes, and I'll go
Ooh, you're a
just
wild
top.
boy.
Okay, I'm gonna
But generally, I'm
Winnie the
nude.
Pooh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. T-Bone.
I Winnie Pooh the last couple nights with a hoodie. It was great.
What?
A hoodie and bottomless.
Yeah,
Like, it's wild.
so weird. Isn't it?
That's wild. I would rather go. I don't know why. I think going full nude is less weird than Winnie the Pooh in it.
Winnie the Pooh in it is so weird.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
My dad always did it. I guess that's where I get it from.
Is the family like hoodie?
Wait, so you sleep with a shirt on normally?
No, normally I'm full nude. But if I do have something on, it will only be a top.
Okay. I enjoy that.
Winnie the Pooh.
Not the Winnie the Pooh part. But like,
do you sleep
there's a
nude?
good chance that my kids get in, crawl into bed at night. So I don't do that.
We don't
I
have
gotta draw.
that. Does not happen often to us. And when it does, I generally have a like pair of shorts by the bed that I'll just slip on.
T-Bob has emergency standby shorts.
Yeah.
so
Well, no, I mean I don't walk
at
around
that
Winnie the
point,
Pooh
you
in
got a
it.
full
Not with my kids at least. It went before kids. I used to walk
So if you
around.
throw the pants on, then you're fully clothed. You got a shirt and a
No,
pants
generally, generally it's fully nude, so it's just shorts on. But the point of this is, I have to be naked when I sleep to the point where I don't like. If we're rooming in the same hotel room, I'm still doing it.
Bruh.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? I appreciate the dedication. You're dedicated to it.
So like
You're not half-stepping.
if there was some sort of mix up at like Senior Bowl and you and Jake had to share rooms, you're just
Yeah,
walking
full
out of the
nude.
bathroom like, sorry, Jake,
No,
getting
he's
in bed.
still in fetal position, face down.
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, that was drinking induced. That was drinking induced. To be fair, but no, yes, full nude.
Not a lot of shame in T-Bob's game.
Oh no, see, I could tell T-Bob when you get older, you can be that old guy at the gym that just butt naked in the locker room, doesn't care.
Like Mike Tyson.
Well, I mean, why not?
Let's
You know?
T-Bob now.
Yeah,
what are
I-
we?
yeah.
What are we trying to?
I'm just,
you know?
hey,
Locker room's a sacred place for the boys.
you did say you wanted to start the locker room, just a locker room get together for the boys. You
It's
did
a
say
locker
that.
room hangout.
Like a bathhouse.
Every single athlete talks about how the thing they miss the most is the locker room.
Yeah,
So why don't we provide them that outlet?
this is a genius idea. You got to get to it.
Just come and hang with the boys.
What would you call it though?
Again, on that Vegas trip, me and Durasik, you know what we did? We go to the spa, get butt naked, do a little cold tub, hot tub, shrinkage release.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. You know, but that's
a
what
hot
we
cold
do.
tub feels good now. A little contrast.
I mean, I don't know if like the things that when they say the locker room is what I miss the most. I don't know if it's the getting naked with other dudes. I don't think like that's the part. that
No,
we're
we're
talking
hanging
about.
out. We're hanging out. But men are inherently a bit calloused. We don't like to be vulnerable. So the nude element is the way that you get yourself subconsciously, you don't even realize you're doing it, to open up to your boys and to be vulnerable.
It's knocking the wall down.
Yes.
Knocking the wall down. Yeah.
Yes. It's knocking a physical wall down to knock down a metaphysical wall. You know?
It's intricate. Don't get me wrong.
Look, guys, if you believe in this idea, I'm going to start a GoFundMe. And if we raise Matt, you're a business owner. I'll let you in on the ground floor if you want. I think it's got franchise potential.
Okay.
Locker dudes.
Locker dudes.
Come hang out.
T-Bob's
going
to start Locker Dudes. With the money he makes from that, he's opening his meat vending machine.
Yep. Yeah, I got a lot of business ideas.
The meat vending machine.
And we'll just do it. Maybe we just go like a lot of people. We'll get like shipping containers. Locker Dudes. Okay, just run some plumbing in there. Easy money, baby.
Leave your clothes at the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And leave your not inhibitions. Leave your hardness. Yeah, leave your leave your insecurities at the door because we're all dudes in here.
That could be your slogan.
Because we're all dudes
on the
in
sign
here.
above the locker room when you walk in. That's
Leave
the
your insecurities at the door.
That's it. Because we open here, boys. Locker room talk.
But the real thing is, though, who's working the front desk? Who are you looking for to be the front desk person?
You can. It seems like you want to. So, Jordan, congratulations.
Okay.
Yep, you are the first Locker Dudes regional manager.
Okay. Hey,
Congratulations.
Man, two incomes. I need that. Yes.
Taylor, you're on laundry. I'm sorry.
I'm actually just going to pass altogether, but I appreciate it.
You're on laundry.
Well, what you mean? We're
All right.
together.
Locker Dudes, come on now. When we get back, close it out, Flustery. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota. Locker Dude, sponsored by Goodwood. Hell yeah, dude. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. You go there today, and you want to get a brand new 2025, maybe get a 24 where the deals are a little better. Now you go check out the deals online or go see them off of Airline and Goodwood and let that sales team kind of guide you to the answer for you and your family. And it's all types of cars. I mean, you want a luxury SUV, you want a hybrid. I love the hybrids. Save a lot of money on gas. Great for road trips. You can always test drive them if you want a Tundra, Sequoia, whatever, right? It's all there for you at All-Star. They also got a body shop and service center that's open to all makes and models. Free professional. They're the best guys, okay? All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
Let's talk turkey. Bayou Ford can get you in a new 2024 Ford F-150 with $15,000 off MSRP. $15,000 off America's favorite F-150 truck. All new Bayou automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in a new 2025 Ram 1500 truck with $15,000 off MSRP. $15,000 off the newly designed Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
It's an everyday thing here. We work horses in the mornings and we work on the property during the day, and without these John Deere tractors, it'd almost be impossible to keep up with the place. I've dealt with some of the other colors and stuff, and I never really got the response back that I get from John Deere, We really enjoy dealing with Sunshine. They're good people. They always check on us and make sure our equipment's running, and we love them. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto.
New York City. You are now rapping with 50 Cent. You gotta love it.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Okay, I just got a text. My girl Elise, please ask me how I can get my high in Baton Rouge. Been to 2 Rouses. Can I find it? Well, I know they're in Rouses because I buy new Rouses every week. So you just need to go to the sports drinks section.
No, is it in sports drinks?
That's where I find it. Or it's like, that's the aisle that I go down. I don't know if it's technically in sports drinks.
So it used to be by the Gatorade, but the past year they put it by like all the other. There's a lot of drink mixes. So
yes,
like
that's what so wherever the drink mixes are, which I always just look at sports drinks. That's where I find it. But wherever drinks mixes are, that's where they are.
Yep,
and they're fantastic. Actually, I just had my last one yesterday, so perfect timing tomorrow as I can go restock up. Had to taste a little lemon lime to close up my day last night.
Love it. Yeah, you can get Rouse's, Calandros.
DrinkMyHigh.com.
Backpacker. Online.
Okay. What's a backpacker?
You know what the backpacker is?
No, what's the backpacker? Am I crazy?
It's off of Jefferson, right?
Yeah, with Jefferson.
What is this? An outdoor store?
Yeah, outdoor store, ski store.
I always laugh about a ski store in Baton Rouge. I've always wondered, like, how does that work?
Yeah. Well, they do like ski trips.
Oh,
They'll
okay.
book you on ski trips. You can buy
So they put the whole thing together.
You can
Okay,
go-
that makes more
you
sense.
can go there and rent kayaks.
That makes more sense. Just rent kayaks?
Yeah.
Where do I go kayaking?
Hydrate.
Where do you go kayaking
What
around
about
these
you?
parts?
I forgot the. There's that.
I went paddleboard at Bayou St. John when I lived in New Orleans. That was super fun.
There's a put-in for kayaks.
City Park?
Yeah.
on-
Or just all around, yeah.
Yep.
The Highland Park across the street from the Highland Park. It's
Okay.
all part of Breck, I think. There's a put-in. I forgot the bayou's name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sanchek or something.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great.
Yeah, you can you can kayak. I think it goes from there like all the way to like Santa Maria.
Santa Maria.
I've never done it, so if I'm speaking out of turn.
Are you going to game Saturday?
I'm trying to decide if I'm going or not. If it was a day game, I probably would because I know my kids want to go. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Quad Bob for the first time. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah. If it was an afternoon game, I'd for sure go. But taking the young kids at night is pretty tough.
I know.
And we took him for an Ole Miss game. It was awesome because it was a great game. But
taking the 2-year-old boy anywhere right now is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Me and my wife were talking about this. He's just ruined dinners.
Oh yeah,
He's ruined the desire to want to do anything.
Restaurant's a bad idea.
He's ruined the desire. I mean, he ruined Renfest the other day. Now, granted, it turns out he has 4 molars coming in. You know, tough time.
We just have
respect.
Have y'all done the whole like flight thing with him?
No, I tried beating him, but it hadn't worked yet. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Good dad. No, like.
Wait, what's the flight thing?
Like put him on an airplane. Like, has he done that?
Yeah, 2-year-old's the worst age.
No, that's what I'm
for an
saying. Like, if he's bad at all that. That seems
because they're too young to just like. Because I never give the kids the iPad ever, but on trips I will because they never get it, so they just lock in and they're super chill.
Yeah.
But he's too young for that. But then he's too old to just want to sit there.
Yeah.
And it's just it's
chill.
it's a disaster.
I told
It's the worst thing.
Victoria, I said whenever we have kids, like minimum 3 years before we take them on an airplane.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that person.
When they're real little, it's not bad. When they're real little, it's not bad. There's just an in between where it's awful.
Yeah, I don't want to be that person that has like the kid screaming the whole flight.
dude.
Hey, how about you don't judge that person? Okay, what do you want them not see their parents?
Dude.
No, again, I just don't want to be that person.
100%.
You think that person ever wants to be that person?
No.
You think they're there for fun?
No, but I'm gonna prevent myself from doing that. It doesn't
No,
have
you
anything to
say
do with
that, but what if
everybody
you
else.
yeah, you're lucky you live by your family. What if you go
Exactly.
fly to see your family?
But that's my point. It's not a necessity for me because I live by my family, so I don't have to be that person.
We gonna see, won't we?
That was real trauma just now.
We gonna see.
Don't judge the parents.
DrinkMyHigh.com. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, screw y'all who get mad at babies crying on.
Yeah, it's a
planes.
freaking baby. Their
Okay?
ears are popping. They don't know what's happening.
Exactly. It was way
You
weirder
were a
when you were
baby.
crying on that plane last time we flew together.
But that was for a different reason.
I know.
Now,
It was still weirder.
Babies can 100% judgment-free sleep in the fetal position, face down.
T-Bob, not so much.
Babies are not allowed in the locker room, though, guys. Okay? You can't come to locker dudes. Sorry.
Too much
No babies.
nudity.
All right. DrinkMyHead.com. Thank you, Matt. You're the best. Happy Thanksgiving, bud.
Off the bench.
Go to Accutemp of Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com, AccuTempBR.com. All your AC, heat, and electrical needs under one roof. And at Accutemp, you get that service to the highest degree. And that just ain't lit service, y'all. It's lit service, right? Because that's how good it is. But okay, in all seriousness, it's like it's everywhere in the building. It is their guiding light, their mission statement. It's unparalleled. It's why the first time I ever worked with Accutemp, my wife had no idea I even did commercial for them. She never listened to the show, and she texted me out of nowhere. Was like, "That was the best customer. Like that was the best customer service I've ever had." Okay, so you need a whole home generator, you need AC needs, heating, electrical. It's all at Accutemp, AccuTempBR.com. You can also explore things like the Star Club membership, where you pay a flat fee and they stay on top of everything year round. You avoid major catastrophic issues. Accutemp, Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Thursday, November 21st. Today in Baton Rouge, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 68. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have Big Deal or No Big Deal at 9 a.m. And then our Munchie segment with LSU executive chef Michael Johnson at 9:15. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Off the Bench. Jake is at Pioneer Day. By the way, somebody was asking about a flavorless My High. It was actually the first thing that My High made. The air flavor. Taylor had a pretty good joke. He's like, you mean just water? But no,
that would be water. Unfortunately, somebody
not just
beat
water
Flint into water.
Not just water, to electrolytes and other things to make sure that you're good to go. But again, I like the My High Zeros. Me, you know, that's just me though. The flavored ones. All right, coming up this hour, let me check chef, make sure we're good for some munchies. I'm very excited, dude. I'm getting so freaking pumped for Thanksgiving, boys. What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
I've always been a big dressing guy.
Hell yeah.
I like the dressing.
Hell yeah.
Not to sound corny, but family.
That's a great answer. It's true.
So lame. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, coming from the most family-oriented person I've ever met,
I know,
Taylor
guys,
Sharp.
that's why it was a joke.
I know. Okay, relax. Don't get defensive here. Don't be like me.
We're locker room dudes.
Yeah. Which, well, I'll say for Big Deal, No Big Deal here in a second. But I was shocked to learn on Snaps that Aaron Murray and his family don't do a turkey.
Whoa.
What do they do?
Ham and roast beef. They said that they came to the realization that every year the turkey, like, nobody ate it. I'm like, who was making y'all's turkey?
Very true.
Because they
Like,
sucked
who
at making
doesn't
turkey.
eat turkey?
I don't get it. They always just said that it would always be left over. They just want ham and roast beef. And I know a lot of people will prefer ham over turkey. I understand that. But
Some honey baked ham.
yeah. I mean, it's great. They're both great. But you got to have turkey.
No, turkey's
And like
great,
when
though.
you make the turkey correctly, it is incredible.
Yeah.
And then granted, we live in a part of the, I mean, but like, where are you getting your gravy from? I guess the roast beef maybe? But like, is there anything better than the fresh gravy that's made from the turkey drippings that you've been cooking basting for the last few hours? Just crazy to me. No turkey. Imagine that. Can't trust a guy that doesn't eat turkey on Thanksgiving, boys.
Tell me this, though. How would you feel if you went over by his family for that Thanksgiving and they didn't have turkey and you walked in and it's just ham and roast beef? You're like, what is going on?
Oh, I'd be pissed.
I'd
You're
walk
like,
out the door.
Like, what is going on
I'd
around?
walk out the door and break something on the way out.
I won't name names, but I ran into that one Thanksgiving year.
Oh, wow.
And I was upset. Very. Because a lot of the food was ordered and there wasn't even turkey.
So then y'all did catering and didn't even get a turkey.
Yeah. Not good. Not good. I was displeased greatly. I think you know what my favorite part of Thanksgiving is? Waking up in the morning, pouring a big cup of coffee, having the Macy's holiday parade on in the background, and eating 15 to 20 deviled eggs.
Sounds so good.
And while you're like starting to cook, starting to prep, starting to chop, starting to get the meal ready, and you're just popping deviled eggs like they're Tic Tacs. Oh, God. And then about, right after that coffee, why not have you a beer?
Why not?
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And later in the day, we're going to move to some whiskey, bourbon, maybe. Unfortunately, no Egg Bowl this year on Thanksgiving, but you'll still have the NFL.
I mean,
what NFL games do we get?
Do we really have the NFL this year? Have you seen the lineup?
No, that's what I was going to ask.
Mind your business.
I know we have two. I know we have the Cowboys.
Sorry, Taylor, but,
we get Cooper Rush versus who?
DeVito,
DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
Give
yeah.
me my money.
That's right, baby. So in fantasy, Burrow's on a bye. So who did I bring in? Tommy D.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right, baby.
There
Tommy
was
DeVito.
nobody else?
What?
There was nobody else?
No, I chose Tommy over other options.
Okay.
You don't know football like I do.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. You don't know ball, bro.
Oh, you want to hear these lineups?
Yes.
Thanksgiving? All right. Oh, hold on.
Okay, great setup there.
You made it sound like you already had it.
Get to the penalty box
So look,
right
I
now.
You kind of made it sound like you
clicked
had
on
it.
it.
Do
I
not make
clicked
me
on it.
mute you again.
No. Okay, here we go. So at 11:30 a.m., you get a nice helping of the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions.
Gross.
Not, the Lions are cool.
I mean,
Bears
at least
stink.
the Bears, like, that's a good defense. Like, that could be
Yeah.
a good game, but the Bears will almost assuredly lose.
Yeah, and then right after.
And I do want to see at Detroit on Thanksgiving when they're this good. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. That game should be okay. And then after that, your food's starting to sell in around 3:00, 3:30. Then you get to watch Tommy DeVito take on Cooper Rush in Jerry's World.
I'm kind of into it because it's bad on bad.
Yeah.
So I'm fascinated to see from like a
I'll probably be
scientific
asleep.
perspective. Yeah, it's a great nap
Yeah,
game.
I'm about to say that's
Elite nap game. Wake up
Yes.
for the fourth quarter. See what's going on.
Good news for me is I'll probably throw up watching that game so I can eat more Thanksgiving later.
Yeah.
It's actually good news for me.
It's a purgative.
I'll be eating during Bears, Lions, and then again during Dolphins, Packers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then in the night, you get the Miami Dolphins going to, I guess you could say the frozen tundra. It'll be cold out there. The Green Bay Packers.
Okay, that could be good, right? I mean,
Good.
so I haven't paid attention to the Dolphins in a while. Tua's back. How are we
Tua's back.
feeling?
They're 4-6. I mean,
They're spunky.
yeah, they're
spunky.
just kind of hit and miss.
Yeah. But the problem is they're playing at Green Bay, and the Dolphins are terrible when it's cold.
Yeah.
So
Wait, a Miami team is not good in the
yeah,
cold weather?
yeah. So it's
They're really getting screwed being the AFC East. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Like, you could do a study on that, I'm sure. Okay, so the other quarterbacks that were available, Taylor. I didn't see this.
Look how you
I'm about to say probably-
already screwed up.
probably Bo Nix.
CJ Stroud is here.
I mean,
No?
he's better than DeVito.
You think?
Yeah.
Yes.
But DeVito's way more fun.
You're rolling the dice. You're rolling the dice.
All right. Never mind. I'll make
I'm gonna
this.
say Stroud. is-
Otherwise, it was like Drake May or whoever. Sorry, Tommy. Damn it. If Tommy DeVito goes off, I'm fighting both of y'all.
He's not.
Okay?
I just want to say
know.
this though. CJ Stroud has been mid this year, so be aware. 'Cause
So
I'm
should
on
I
one
go
of my
DeVito
team.
or Stroud? Sit or start fantasy segment. New segment here. Sit or start on
Fantasy,
off the bench.
fantasy
Stroud.
boys.
Fantasy boys.
I would
Fantasy
go
boys.
Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud's the safer play. DeVito is like you're just willing. You're wishing for a lightning bolt to strike
DeVito,
you.
look,
hell yeah.
DeVito's
Yeah.
first time all year. I get it. He was 3-1 last year. His numbers weren't that great. He's going against Tampa, who's been injured, but they are coming off of a bye. They're well rested, and it's on the road.
Okay. Fair argument. But I do love some fresh mozzarella. Oh, yes. Oh, just
Yes.
the mozzarella I've been getting at Canatella's. Oh, oh, good God. Just eat it plain. Maybe wrap it up in a little bit of salami. God, it's good. We're supposed to do no big deal here, but we've gone too long.
I mean,
Okay, by the way, guys, bad news on Locker Room Dudes.
what happened?
Katie Hester texted me a screenshot of a Forbes article from a week ago. Christian Ponder's post-NFL mission, a clubhouse for athletes. And it's called The Post, and it's literally a club where you're only allowed in if you were like a badass athlete or a badass businessman, which I want to say, the more I read about it, the more I'm like, they're a little highfalutin.
Yeah.
They're trying to do it more as a networking thing. They're trying to do it more to fill the void. We're about the people.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Even the high school athletes missed the locker
You're
room.
more like average Joe's gym for locker rooms.
Yes,
Kinda
they
open
are
to everybody.
Globo Gym.
Yeah.
Ponder and the Post are Globo Gym. And yes, that's a perfect analogy,
Who
Taylor.
won in the end?
We are exactly. We are the people.
Yes.
We are democracy.
Also,
you want to swing meat and make ribald jokes?
Okay.
Come to Locker Room Dudes.
An article that was posted a week ago saying this is his mission doesn't sound to me like anything set in stone. So if you beat him to the punch, T-Bob, it's yours.
Yeah.
We
Well,
gotta-
he's already open.
Oh, it's already open.
Yeah, it's already
okay.
open, yeah.
Okay.
It's
When he said he made it his mission,
He's
I
got
was
a
like, it doesn't
physical
sound like-
space in New York, and it's also like virtual and everything.
See, virtual, you lost me right there with the virtual.
I agree.
How do you have a virtual
you
locker
lost
room?
me. You lost me.
With the bougie locker room dudes.
You
like,
lost me with this. Let me see the line that it's just. Unlike many networking platforms, members of the Post are rigorously selected based on their athletic and professional backgrounds, with applicants undergoing a scoring and interview process to ensure alignment with the community values. This seems like those uber douchey Instagram videos of the male retreats that you see.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we're looking for, like-minded entrepreneurial males for a 3-day retreat where we focus on team building, cold plunges,
networking.
There's no drinking allowed, and we discuss. It's a bunch of people that just throw out buzzwords and do nothing.
Is this even a locker room at this point?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. They've ruined the vibes. Way to go, Ponder. You blew it for everybody.
All of our towels are made of Egyptian cotton.
Yeah.
Upon acceptance, the new members enter a training camp.
Training camp.
To set personal goals and chart their growth.
Okay.
Training camp?
Dude, I want to stick shaving cream in my boy's shoes. What are we talking about here? Okay.
No, I actually prefer
I want to towel whip the homies in the booty. You know, spin it up and whoosh. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you my 5-year plan.
I would have thought towels would have not been allowed in your locker room.
Each member is assigned a team of 8 to 12 people, carefully chosen to provide accountability, support, and diverse perspectives, mirroring the teamwork ponders. The freaking amount of buzzwords in this. Get this tech startup bullcrap the hell up out of here, Christian Ponder.
The good news is this is actually nothing like what you wanted to do. So
yeah, it's like the complete opposite, actually.
Post is the worst, in my opinion. Get the hell out of here.
Okay, so plan B, eliminate Christian Ponder. That's what we have to get into place right now.
Just kill Christian Ponder?
We have to come together, start a militia, and get Christian Ponder out of here.
I don't know that a lot of people are going to want to join that militia. I don't know if
for the greater good.
If I'm going to go to jail for murdering someone, I do not think Christian Ponder is worth.
We need a fall guy.
Let's at least take out, go Dexter style and take out somebody evil, right?
This is evil. He's gentrifying locker rooms. This is evil.
I mean, this is douchey.
Douchey, yes.
Yes. I can live with the douche. Can't live with an evil guy. Who should we kill?
Dennis
Man, I gotta. No, he's out of the way.
Locker room dudes.
Still find him.
Can we go twofer?
Yeah, Mickey Loomis, where you at? Chewing his gum. Let's get Mickey out of there. That's what I want.
Spencer, you're just jealous about a bunch of alphas out in the woods alphaing each other? I know. Maybe one of the Tate brothers? Probably not worth it. I don't want to go to jail over a Tate brother.
Yeah, they're human trafficking and all that.
Who?
You know, Andrew Tate.
Watch out, Taylor. I forgot. Taylor went to he paid for the certified G course.
No, you said
Certified
the Tate brothers.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Andrew Tate, he has a brother.
I didn't. I know who Andrew Tate is. I didn't know he had a brother.
Yeah.
His brother's like the background. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm in the shadows type of ordeal.
Do y'all think the Tyson fight was fake?
No, I
No,
don't
it
think
just
it was
wasn't
fake.
good.
Yeah,
I
I just think he's washed.
I agree.
Like he's 60 years old, man. He's fighting 20. That's like who's 27? That's like Devin Booker fighting, like playing one-on-one versus George Gervin. Like, dude, he's 60 years old, man. I would expect Devin Booker to fry George Gervin.
Half the Spanish Armada making me crack up here. He said T-Bob's too weak-minded to pay $5,000 to have a bearded bald guy teach him how to be an alpha. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And
True.
scream at you. Don't forget that. He's going to scream at you
True.
and belittle you.
All right, when we get back, Munchies with our alpha, Chef Michael Johnson.
Off the bench.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hustlers University. Taylor paid for Hustlers University, guys. Don't talk about Andrew Tate in front of me, okay? It's going to work. He just needs to send a couple more payments in, and then eventually his businesses are about to pop. It's going to happen. Go to the Queen of Baton Rouge. Speaking of popping, actually, the Queen is popping. Big, completely renovated top to bottom. It's beautiful. We got the brand new DraftKings Sportsbook. And what that means, you're in downtown Baton Rouge. The Queen is your ultimate destination for football. Wall-to-wall televisions, excellent sound, bar right there by all those booths that are very comfortable to hang out in. And it's cash, baby. Cash in, cash out. Winning bets is always fun, but winning bets, when you go turn in that ticket and you leave the queen with green, that is the good stuff, my friend. We got the 1717 Restaurant and Lounge, Shaq's Big Chicken, and we got awesome events going on every, year round. But for tomorrow, 9 p.m., there's a drawing where the top prize is a 2024 Mercedes-Benz C300. Every hour, 10 winners will share in the $2,000 of Royal Free Play. Okay, it's all at the Queen. Go to queenbr.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, what up, y'all? Welcome back. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. This is how I feel about Thanksgiving dinner, baby. Here we are, Thanksgiving Day, a week away. And it's time for some munchies. My favorite time of year to do munchies. And it's our guy, Chef Michael Johnson. Chef, what's happening, bro?
I'm good, man. How's your confidence level feeling, brother?
I feel great. Wait, what is this about?
Well, Thanksgiving turkey, you know, like this is a conversation every year. I'm just feeling you out to see how you're feeling this year.
I feel great thanks to you, because you brought my turkey to a better level than it's ever been before with the brining techniques that you sent me, the roasting techniques, all of it. Like last year was easily the best turkey I've ever made. And so I am ecstatic to get at it again. And I mean, that chili that you had me make last week, again, I ate that thing for 4 days straight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it led me to be maybe a little flatulent, certainly, but that was the only drawback. It was delicious. I ate chili dogs. I had chili bowls. I took a green onion sausage and just poured chili all over that in a hot dog bun. That was incredible.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, Chef, you always give me. This is the year though where when I do the turkey gumbo this year, the things I need to bring to the next level. My stocks are still not consistent. I don't know what I'm screwing up. Sometimes they lack some of the flavor. When I've nailed them, they're great. And then also, I am going to try to bake that roux. So I need to do a practice roux before.
The baked roux piece of it, because that's a game changer right there. When you can nail the baked roux, you know it's actually easier work. You don't have to be so involved in it.
Yeah.
But you know, when you are involved in it, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Stir it. You know, every 30 minutes. But it's actually an easier process, you know. And the stock, I'm kind of curious, you know, like I have some questions about it because there's definitely some things that you can do to nail the stock down, and that can be questions offline though.
Okay, so what? Well, okay, but give us some general. Let's say I'm making a big turkey. I want to do turkey gumbo. I want to make my own stock, obviously, with all the carcass and everything.
Yeah.
What is the key? What are the keys? Oh, sorry, Jordan. Give me like some Louis Armstrong at a low volume underneath this. Sorry, Chef. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So, you know, one thing, like if you have already baked your turkey or your chicken and you're trying to create a stock from something that's already been cooked, you're not going to get the gelatinous, you know, texture that you're looking for. So you can, you know, like if you want to get that body up from the stock, go get yourself some chicken feet from the local.
Really?
Yeah. Oh man. And the gelatin cooks out of those feet because they're still raw, right? And you pull them out, but the feet from a chicken will add body to a stock, and you know that body, the gelatin really gives it its body. It gives it a lot of flavor, and you're looking for the effervescence too, right? So when you build a stock, you can't just put everything into the stock and then turn it on and let it boil. Like you want to put your carrots in and saute them for a while. And then put your celery in and saute it for a while.
I've been doing this all wrong.
Yeah, you got to build the flavor, right? So you start with your oil, you put your carrots in, you brown your carrots, and then you know, like you can put your celery in next and cook those until they start to turn translucent, and then your onions, and then last is going to be your garlic, right? Because your garlic will burn a little bit.
Wait, so this is before you're ever adding liquid? You're just cooking this all in oil at the bottom of the pot?
Yes, absolutely.
What?
Yeah. It helps build flavor, you know, like, and that's the whole thing behind it is it's building the flavor. You can't just put something in together willy-nilly and expect it to go. Good to see you, Coach.
Thank you.
Nice to know.
I mean, oh my God, dude, this makes so much sense now. I can't wait now. I feel like my stock's gonna get brought to the next level here. Okay, so like you said, so we're browning our veggies. We got some chicken feet on deck to add some body to it. Once we brown the veggies, though, then we add garlic last, and then we add the bones and the trimmings. Am I good to throw all just like anything that I would normally throw away? I just keep to put in the stock.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. And like if you don't want your herbs heavy in there, you can tie your herbs and like some black peppercorn and bay leaf, all that stuff into like a coffee filter and tie it off with a little piece of string and put it down in. So it's called a sachet. And what you do is you're getting the benefits of it without having to filter it, right? Like if you don't have a good way of dumping that stuff out, keeping it out of your stock nice and clean, you can take a pretty decent-sized coffee filter, put whole peppercorns in there, put your bay leaves in there, put fresh herbs in there, or even dry herbs for that matter. You know, like I don't like my herbs floating around too terribly heavy in my stock, so I put it all into a sachet and let the stock simmer with that, you know, like steeping in the liquid.
Okay, so we fill up the liquid. How do I have a range? I've generally just freestyled it in terms of filling up and then simmering it way down. How do I have a range of how much?
Yeah, so the volume is determinant on how much product you're putting into it. You know, how many chicken bones you're putting into it. You know, if it, you know, like I would say, you know, if you have a chicken carcass, I would say a gallon to a carcass.
Okay, interesting.
Because if you have too much water, you know, like you're not going to get the impact. You're not going to get the effervescence out of there. But if you're adding if you have the carcass and chicken feet, you can probably increase that volume up some, right?
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
It's relative. It's relative to how much product you're putting in there, right?
So like a big turkey, like a couple gallons?
Yeah.
And then chicken feet, maybe a little extra on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
right.
then bring it to a boil, and then what, just simmer for how long?
Simmer. Yeah, so you don't, once it comes through a boil, you simmer. And this is the crazy part. We simmer overnight, like for 12 hours. A chicken stock, at least 8 hours, because, you're wanting to soften those bones up. You're wanting to soften everything up and let it release. And that doesn't happen quickly. It doesn't happen over high heat. It happens over a moderate heat for a long amount of time. So that's what draws it out, right? Now with cooked turkey bones or chicken bones, those bones become brittle, so it's going to come out a little quicker and a little easier. What's left in there, what hasn't. Like when you see the bottom of a turkey pan or a bottom of a pan that has the chicken sitting in it, has that kind of clear liquid, and when you put it in the freezer, it kind of gels up.
Yeah.
That right there, my friend, is flavor. Like, I don't know if you've ever tasted that before, but that's gold right there.
Yeah,
so,
I always just thought it was like fat, right? Or I don't know, or just grease. I don't know. I just,
No, there's not a whole lot of fat or grease in a chicken or a turkey. They're very lean. So, like if you have those liquids from your roasted turkey from the night, save those liquids and put it into your stock, brother.
So whatever is left over after gravy, put that in the stock.
Yeah.
God, I've been doing so many things wrong here, Chef. Wow. I can't wait now, though. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Well, not to toot your horn here, brother, but not everybody can take instruction like that and go and make something out of it. I've known a lot of people that really struggle with it. So it says something to your cooking capabilities that you can take the instruction and go do something with.
Look, I was always raised with one thing. This is one of the Cannon's old sayings. You have to be coachable. Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom line, you have to be coachable. If you're not coachable, you're just a spoiled little brat who thinks that they know everything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try my best to do right by you, Chef. I'll send you.
All right.
I'll send you results when it's done. I can't wait too, because I'm going back to Georgia too. So I'm gonna try to blow the in-laws' minds here.
There you go. That's right there.
All right. Something else I love on Thanksgiving, Chef, deviled eggs. I just talked about my favorite feeling in the world is waking up, pouring a big cup of coffee, and proceeding to eat 20 to 30 deviled eggs all day.
Yeah.
How do you make deviled egg?
Well, first of all, I have to start out about 10 or 12% over ratio because, as I make deviled eggs, I have to consume deviled eggs. Right?
Yeah. 1,000. Yes, 100%.
Kind of equatable to the baker's dozen, right? But it's a little bit more, maybe. Right? Yeah. Well, one, you don't boil eggs; you simmer eggs, and I simmer my eggs for about 11 minutes. And I put the egg into the simmer liquid. I don't start them off in cold water. And everybody's a little bit different, right? Like my sister-in-law has this egg boiler that's electric that it cooks eggs perfectly. So I think it starts with the cook. I don't know if you know this or not, but the story "Green Eggs and Ham" by Dr. Seuss, that was a poke because Dr. Seuss was a military guy. He spent time in the Army, and green eggs it's a poke at his military experience because they were always overcooking the egg. And when you overcook an egg, it turns green.
Yeah.
So it's the green eggs and ham. So you want to make sure that you're not overcooking your egg, and as soon as it's done boiling, you got to get it into the water and chill it immediately. Don't pull them out and just let them sit there and steam. You want to get it into the water quickly. And as soon as I put mine in my water, I kind of crack the shell a touch so that the cold gets in between the egg and the shell, and that's what seasons.
Just a little tap, so you're dropping straight in the ice water, and then just a little tap with a spoon or something.
Yeah, right. Get just crack the shell a little bit. So when things are hot, they expand. When things are cold, they do the reverse. They
contract.
shrink, right? Yeah, and so as that egg contracts back, that's what pulls the egg away from the shell, and it doesn't stick as bad. So there's an important piece to it there.
And then do you do anything flavor-wise differently with your deviled eggs?
I like putting candied jalapenos into mine instead of just using normal relish. I like to use candied jalapenos. Yeah, you can find them around too, and that's next level shit, right? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good, Jeff. I mean, that's how I feel right now, bro. I mean, I am getting as hot and bothered as I have been in a long time right now thinking about canning jalapenos in my deviled eggs.
I'll go Cool Hand Luke on some hard-boiled eggs. Like some deviled eggs. Yeah.
All right. God, I could keep asking a million questions. What? Now you don't generally do the cooking on Thanksgiving, though. Yes or no?
Sometimes I do. Yeah, I will. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It's one of the times of the year that, it depends on if I'm working. So this year we have a breakfast on Thanksgiving, so we'll probably have a late lunch/dinner. And it's one of those times of the year, like where I really love going in the kitchen. My kids will come in the kitchen with me. I don't cook for my kids all the time, but when I do, it's an experience. Like it's one of those moments where you kind of share the love inside of your heart for your family. And definitely. If I go to my parents' house, my dad likes to cook, and I don't like stepping on his toes because it's his time to cook, right? So I will poke around, and like my favorite thing to do is pick it off of the food that he's making. It just drives him insane, man. My dad can't handle it, man. Like, yeah.
But that's one of my problems too. Is I mean, God, I eat the amount of andouille that I end up eating if I'm making gumbo or something is just insane.
Yeah.
Just keep popping them in.
Well, karma is real. Now my son does that same exact thing to me now, right? So it's a passage of time.
Hashtag Munchies. What's your favorite thing to do with Thanksgiving leftovers?
My very, very favorite thing is just a couple of slices of bread, a slather of mayonnaise, and cold turkey on it, and eat a cold turkey sandwich. Maybe a little sprinkle of little Tony's on there. Maybe some pickles. I like the acidity of the pickles. Every once in a while, I'll throw a tomato on there if it's a nice beef steak or heirloom or something like that. But man, I love like with the bread, you smush the bread down, and your fingers can like push in between the pieces of turkey because they're so chunky. Like I'm not talking about a turkey slice. I'm talking about a big chunky turkey sandwich.
Oh my God, dude.
Yep.
I'm so hungry. How do you treat somebody? I can't find the exact question again, but somebody was asking about how do you treat breakfast? Or here it is. Hashtag Munchies. What's a good breakfast idea for Thanksgiving morning?
I don't even know that I don't think I've ever eaten breakfast on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
morning.
true.
You know what I mean?
True.
I'm so I don't know. I feel like I've eaten pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving morning because I'm not a baker. Y'all know that. So I'll buy pies. Sometimes I'll just start the day off with a little slice of pie. I think that's okay on Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
Breakfast started backwards.
Oh.
But honestly, I get so focused and dialed in on Thanksgiving. There's times where I skip, breakfast because I'm my stomach is fully dedicated to that meal. You know what I mean? And meals, right? Because it's not just one meal. It's like 4 throughout the day probably and into the night, like in the middle of the morning sometimes, maybe like 4 a.m. on the on the day after Thanksgiving.
the best feeling.
Yeah,
we have work off this year too, which normally doesn't happen, and I can't wait. Can't wait.
You gotta, when your kids get older, you gotta fight for yourself, man, because that 4 a.m. sandwich might not be there if you have a son like mine. Nowadays we have to. I got to wake up at 3:30 instead of 4 because if I don't, that sucker's been in the fridge, and then I have disappointment at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's nothing.
Let's
nothing
go,
nice.
dude. The best time. Family, food, friends, Thanksgiving. Chef,
Absolutely.
we are always, always, always thankful for you, and you have a great Thanksgiving, my friend.
Likewise. Thank you, guys. Take
All right,
care.
later. Chef Michael Johnson, the man. Good God. This one made me so much more hungry than normal. I'm so excited to try out these stock techniques, though. I think I'm about to bring this to the next level, bruh. This turkey gumbo is about to be fire, guys, fire. Data Basham doing Friendsgiving this weekend, so it's all getting put to use. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. All right. When we get back, we got to somehow try to continue the show. I don't know that I can, but we'll do our best. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge is there for you. They're right off of Airline and Goodwood, guys. They're where I got not one, but 2 minivans. That could be you. Join me in the MVG. Or maybe not, right? Maybe you want a big old truck like a Tundra. Well, guess what? We got great deals on whatever you need. Maybe if you're looking for something more affordable, explore some of the Toyota certified used vehicles where you still get excellent Toyota warranty. So you have that peace of mind after the purchase, right? You have coverage. Coverage levels that you choose. That's one thing I love as well. You kind of customize it to where you feel most comfortable with. And that's the best part, right? I've had times of plenty where you going in there and you're like, yeah, let's get a car. I'm excited. And then I've had times you're like, oh my God, my car broke down. I'm screwed. I have to get another one. This is what I have. Here's the budget. And they have found an answer that worked perfectly for me and my family. So they can find your answers as well. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. Don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Ah, man. Okay, get this music out of here. I want you to I want you to look up Vince Guaraldi Trio. Okay. And let's see what song I'm in the mood for here. Yeah, Vince Guaraldi. I don't know if I'm saying it correct. I've never quite known. But it's Guaraldi. You see it? Are you on Spotify?
I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. No.
Give me Cast Your Fate to the Wind. Give me Cast Your Fate.
That would have been my choice as well.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
It's a big Cast Your Fate to the Wind fan over here.
All right, now it's time for a little, and I don't need the sounder for this, so it's okay. A little Tay-Tay, and I'm going to wait for the music to start.
I'm about to say, hold on.
Give me music.
You got to deal with the ads now, you know.
this is it.
That's the good stuff, dude. A little holiday coldness in the air, guys. Lots of deviled eggs running through your head, right? A little turkey. Ooh, you don't got goosebumps right now?
A little fired up.
All right, give me an info story of the day.
Yeah, so I was hoping I could find something a little bit more Christmas themed since the music's going, but it's a happy one nonetheless, at least if you are a fan of some of these players. 25 candidates made the cut from the initial 167 eligible players for modern era NFL players for the Hall of Fame class coming up. Anquan Bolden's on there. The big one for us here in South Louisiana, Jari Evans, who has now been a semifinalist 3 different times.
Yeah.
So in this list of 25, coming up in early December, it's going to be cut to 15. And then there's also going to be 20 senior members, coaches, contributors, that sort of thing as well. And there's no set number on how many are going to make the Hall of Fame, but they have said somewhere between 4 to 8 is the number they want to keep it to this year. So it's going to be cutting from 25 of these players, 20 of the older players, coaches, and contributors. So Jari Evans is on there. That's a big one here. Luke Kuechly, this is his first time as a semifinalist. This is his first year of eligibility as well. Same thing for Eli Manning. It's his first year eligible. You got to believe that Eli Manning's probably going to get in there as a first-time player.
Well, that's the fascinating thing, right? Because Manning does not have the numbers to be first ballot, but nobody has 2 Super Bowls.
You know he's getting in there with that. But, I mean, look.
Is Kuechly first ballot?
I'm getting old, man.
I'm going to say no, only because I don't think he played quite long enough. He certainly had the impact. He was certainly good enough. I'm going to say no. Steve Smith Sr.'s on there as his 4th time as a semifinalist. Wow. This one here is easy for me. Terrell Suggs is a semifinalist for the first time. I got to imagine Terrell Suggs is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I would think so. I mean, you go look at Terrell Suggs' numbers, what he did with the Ravens, what he did with the Chiefs, the Cardinals. I mean, he played at 3 different organizations.
Yeah.
He was a stud at all 3 of those spots. Fred Taylor's on this list. Earl Thomas. Adam Vinatieri. Adam Vinatieri should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but do you get in as a first ballot as a place kicker? That's my biggest question. Hines Ward, Reggie Wayne, Vince Wilfork, Darren Woodson, Marshall Yanda. That is your list.
Vince Wilfork.
Oh, and Torrey Holt as well.
Out of all those last names, Wilfork feels the most first ballot to me.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. Another member, Antonio
Give me
Gates.
Linus and Lucy next. Let's just go straight.
Antonio Gates, semifinalist for the 2nd time. Obviously, Jake's a Chargers guy, but he had a good point. Tony Gonzalez made it, and, Antonio Gates, first all-time in tight end touchdowns ahead of Tony Gonzalez. Now, Gonzalez is first in yards, but Antonio Gates is 3rd, so I don't know how Gonzalez was a first-time Hall of Famer. Gates was not. I imagine Gates would be in there as well. And then Jared Allen, who has been a semifinalist 5 times, and not sure when he's going to get in, but he deserves to be in there as well.
Actually, give me skating. Give me skating. Yeah, that one's great as well, but give me skating. Where does Jared Allen rank all-time sacks?
All-time sacks? I mean, he's got to be, top 30 all-time?
Okay, I know. Do you want to try to hazard a guess?
I'm going to say 23.
12th.
Okay.
How about that, dude? And, I mean, let's see who's ahead of him, and I'm pretty sure every one of these players is a Hall of Famer. Bruce Smith, Reggie White, Kevin Green.
Yep.
Kevin Green's 3rd all-time?
Yeah, he had a heck of a career.
Julius Peppers.
Yep.
Chris Dolman.
Yep.
Michael Strahan. Jason Taylor. T. Sizzle's 8th.
Terrell Suggs. Terrell Suggs has to be a first ballot.
8th all-time?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
As a linebacker,
first ballot.
too.
I'm with you. Okay, now actually I'll move him over.
Terrell Suggs has to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
DeMarcus Ware.
Elite.
Richard Dent. John Randall. Jared Allen.
So the only 2 that aren't in there is Allen and Suggs, that they could both get in this year. Suggs has to.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was 8th all time.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'll tell you what else is crazy. The gap that Bruce Smith and Reggie White have on everybody else.
Yeah, so it's Bruce Smith 200, Reggie White 198, Kevin Green 160.
So
That's like 3 seasons.
Yeah,
At
that's
least,
what I'm
3 to
saying.
4.
Those dudes didn't just ball out. I mean, they went above and beyond.
Yeah.
The Reverend, the Minister of Defense.
That's actually like an all-time nickname.
All-time nickname.
Yeah.
For what it's
Reverend?
worth,
well, he was the Minister of Defense. I just screwed up and called him the
Oh,
Reverend.
I'm like,
but the Minister of Defense is,
that's hard.
is badass.
Like,
speaking of pass
I think he
rushers
was
that
a
are-
Reverend, though, right?
Yeah, he was Reggie White. He was like a pastor.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Speaking of pass rushers that are up for it, while we're talking about it, Robert Mathis is a semifinalist. He's 20th all time in sacks.
Goodness.
So a good pass rusher class.
Does this mean Von Miller is going to be a Hall of Famer?
I would think Von Miller would have to be a Hall of
First
Famer.
ballot.
Yeah.
That 2011 class was all. J.J. Watt was in that class, I think, too. That 2011 class.
He was.
That's surprising. J.J. Watt not in the top 20.
No, he's
Yeah.
24.
He was hurt. You know?
Yeah,
No, I know, but he
Yeah.
stacked like so
Yeah,
many
yeah, yeah.
20 sack seasons
Yeah.
that like that's a big chunk. You
I
know,
wouldn't
if
be-
160 is third all time, and he has probably like 3 seasons that could almost count for 60, that's crazy.
Think about T.J. Watt, though, what his might look like, because he's a lot healthier than J.J. is. And he's every time you watch a Steelers game, T.J. Watt is doing something you're like, dude, this guy is unstoppable every time.
Oh, we got to go to break. All right, more Off the Bench when we get back.
Off the bench.
Go to ColemanRoof.com. Coleman Roofing and Construction, your most complete, most reliable, most respected roofing company. They do any size job, commercial, residential. They do it anywhere in the state of Louisiana. They do any type of roof. And they have a culture where there is no such thing as not my job, okay? Here at Coleman, we are willing to go to extreme lengths to make sure that the job is done correctly and that our customers are consistently satisfied. That's how Coleman's stood the test of time, right? Been around for over 40 years, never done any advertising, always been just by word of mouth, which is why we're so, we count ourselves very lucky to be partnered with them here on Off the Bench. And we hope that you take our advice, and when you need a roofing job, you know, you get a water leak in your house, whatever the case would be, you call Coleman Roof and you'll see why they're the best. Go to ColemanRoof.com. Once again, that's ColemanRoof.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back to Off the Bench. Do want to remind you about our friends over there at Trash Rangers. Your expert comes to trash removal here in South Louisiana. Maybe it's residential. Maybe you're a business owner and you need front load dumpsters. Emptied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even dare I say 6 days a week. Well, guess what? Trash Rangers is there for you when you need them. Okay, they're local. They're a small business themselves. They understand the flexible needs of businesses. Therefore, they are best positioned to handle yours. And if you live in Livingston or Ascension, well, you get to make the choice. So choose the red can. Get your nagging husband off your back. Go to trashrangers.com today. That's trashrangers.com. Ask the Bench. Best Thanksgiving meal you've ever had that you cooked? Probably last year. Again, I think I made my best turkey last year, so it was great. Ask the Bench. Do you take your post-Thanksgiving meal nap in doggy? No, I do not.
Wow.
No.
Insane.
I'm also not stripping down to sleep on the couch, you know.
Who asked that?
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Have you tried green onions for Quad Bob? They're an anti-inflammatory. I have not. I'll try it out. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. Ask the Bench. Is Taysom Hill a Hall of Famer?
No.
Saints or NFL?
Of course not.
Yeah.
But Saints Hall of Fame.
Saints Ring of Honor. Yes.
Yes.
Saints Ring of Honor. Yes.
Ring of Honor. No. Ring of Honor is for like
Saints Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Taysom Hill is not a legend.
Well, no, not NFL wise.
Not a Saints legend.
I'm not saying Ring of Honor. I'm
He's
saying
not
Saints
Ring
Hall
of
of Fame.
Honor. Saints Hall of Fame.
So what's the
sure.
difference between Ring of Honor and Hall of Fame?
Ring of
Ring of
Honor
Honor
has
is
like 5 members.
Ring of Honor's only got like a couple
Drew
guys.
and what?
Probably
Archie?
like Drew, Ricky Jackson, probably Morton
Pat
Anderson
Swilling.
in there maybe. Like it's only a couple. Not even the Cannon's in the Ring of Honor. We're not putting Taysom in if the Cannon ain't in.
I was under the. Well, I was thinking Ring of Honor Hall of Fame is like the same thing.
No.
It's still like,
No.
Favorite Thanksgiving movie and why is it Rocky?
Favorite Thanksgiving movie?
It's Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, obviously.
That is.
Wait, Rocky's a Thanksgiving movie?
Yeah, that's probably.
Well, I mean, a lot of people might watch it on Thanksgiving because it's on TV.
Okay, I'm like.
No, it's not like a thing.
Oh.
It's a vibe thing.
Okay, I got you.
It's like how the holiday seasons make you want to watch Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, maybe for me.
We watched the movie Thanksgiving last night.
The horror slasher fic?
Beautiful Disaster. That movie is.
Is it Meet the Flockers? Meet the Flockers? I don't know. Dinner for Schmucks?
Meet the Flockers is a good movie. Ask the Bench. Thoughts on the new guy? P.S. Does this mean we stop calling Alondra the new girl? Well, Jordan's been with us for a bit. But,
I said the new guy.
Done a great job filling in this week. That's for sure.
I've been working here, buddy.
Yep, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Show him, buddy.
Ask the Bench. What's a good nickname for people who listen to Morning Scone instead of OTB?
Sconers.
Fanboys. They just got a raging sconer. They can't control it.
Morning Sconers.
Morning Sconers.
Yeah. Hey. They don't need Goodwood as long as they've got Matt telling them.
Got a raging schooner right
Some
now.
LSU takes. #AskThatGuy since Christian Ponder's club is for elite athletes. Is he banned from his own club?
Yeah.
That is funny. Classic new guy line.
New guy. Get out of here. Bud.
Nothing more disrespectful than calling someone bud.
Hell yeah. Especially on the air.
I mean, you just immediately know that you're trying to be aggressive towards the person.
Watch out, bud.
That is the most passive-aggressive word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, y'all don't do the tier list.
Ask the bench, what park should I go to first on Sunday when we go see the mouse? I mean, probably just start with Magic Kingdom, right? With the classic if you're bringing the kids. If not, go wherever you want. But always, always, always end in Epcot. Jordan, you got long fingers.
I do.
Jeez. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Wrong mouse.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450